Hello and welcome to the World of Nia podcast, where we follow the tale of a group of adventurers learning their trade in the classroom of the world at once. I am Dundas Manville, and when we last left the party, they had just met their newest comrade, Prince Soren Ironheart, a dragonborn with an odd circumstance, as well as a new side to solve. Before we saw then an entirely new side to Mara Stormwind. How will the party deal in the wake of these events? Also, how will they react to meeting Soren's lone remaining common in arms? So let us now return to the world of Reventon. All right, everybody. Uh, Welcome back. You will briefly be meeting our newest member, but to recap where we left off, the party awoke in the morning after the lockdown to find out that their comrade and Zin's cousin Derark had been removed from the college and banished back to the dwarven nation of Moradun. Upon hearing this information, you were advised to go to the administrative building where you were greeted by Miss Fawnhopper and Lord Collingsworth, who advised you that you would be joined by some individuals who are also recently at a loss for their comrades. Not so much detail provided, only Soren Lionheart was there at the time. You traveled around a bit for the day, went to the mess hall where, through some form of self-induced chaos, Zin and Sol decided to try and steal hidden information from Mara that had been dropped off by Soren. Shortly thereafter, Mara dragged Zin with her to go track down and speak with Soren at length about some concerns that had been going through her own mind. Before, I believe you went back and regathered with the party in the mess hall with the members that were present, where we left off for the time being. So,
Not to mention that there was the Mara turned into a demon shortly before tracking me down.
you had seen that semi before, not in full form.
No, I mean, that was just funny because I loved all the shenanigans that ensued. Sorry. Hilarious.
Yeah, you go to the library and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, right? The warrior goes to learn.
Oops.
I'm never stepping foot in that place again.
All right, so 5:30 in the evening, or late afternoon, I guess it would be more so. Back at the mess hall with the... Soren, did you go back to the mess hall as well?
Mhm.
Leaving the library after your little chat? I believe you did, right?
I'd been there for an hour or two, so I decided to grab a drink and meet up with anybody in there and see what was next.
Okay. All right. So yeah, everybody's back at the mess hall. What are your plans?
What are we doing?
So I'm literally just gonna sit there and do nothing and just sit there awkwardly.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
kind of made a big mess last time around, so let's go with what the group wants.
Right.
Well, that was an interesting conversation.
What exactly happened with Mara after she took you away?
Uh, I don't know what happened between her and Zen. They just both appeared to me in the library. I only wanted to talk to Mara for the simple fact that she gave me a rather unsettling glance when I made my way into the mess hall earlier. And I was wanting to know exactly where. Yeah, she did it multiple times, so figured best way to. I don't know. I'm a little shy, so I don't have. Not very good at directly approaching situations. If I'm somewhere where I'm comfortable, then helps. So I requested her presence in the library to figure out what her thing was, and that's where the note came in that I had sent her, which, telling by the ruckus, something happened while I was away in here.
You could say that, yeah.
I'm gone for 2 hours. I've known you guys 3 days.
You've known them for about 6 hours, technically.
I was
Okay,
gonna
6
say.
hours. What the? You guys say nothing interesting happens. What the hell is this?
Well, usually not when it involves Zin. Usually it was when Soul or when Sybil were together. That's when something interesting would happen.
I'm usually the quiet one and decide not to be the quiet one.
Uh-huh.
I think it's more that like when Soul gets into a partnership with someone, chaos happens.
Oh.
It's like once she partners up with someone on some sort of a not a heist, not a quest, but shenanigan wise, things
Was
happen.
gonna say
Oh.
shenanigans.
Usually
see.
has a lot better of a sleight of hand than what she showed too, so
Aha.
I don't think it was that what was happening. I think it was just that like Mara was sensitive to things and like so
Well, you
she
are
was just
reaching
like the
down
worst
her.
target.
Well, from what I heard, you were reaching down her hooter holster. So imagine you
Yeah, but
guys
also
would be
like I think Mara
acknowledging
herself
to that.
is I think Mara herself was like character wise, she had senses beyond, but we just couldn't tell what kind of senses. So I
Yeah.
think that like made it harder than it already was, and that was already pretty hard. But whatever, we went for it anyways, and it screwed up massively.
I could tell because for whatever reason, Zin was dragged along, and I could tell Zin was rather distillant by this whole mess, and kind of was still trying to figure out what was going on. So
No, this time it was Zen dragging me into stuff. She was the one that noticed what was going on. She wanted me to get that note.
well, I assure you, it was just to have Mara meet me in the library. So I don't know what you is there something about her I should know? I've been looking at all of you just kind of awkwardly around the table.
Well, I know she's not normally welcoming to strangers.
Pipes, she must have seen it. That's what she meant by the fires are so lovely.
Is she in the mess hall right now? Probably not.
She did not return to the mess hall.
Okay.
no.
Well, while I spoke to her, she said to me that my fires were lovely, and I'm assuming that she must have seen me when I'm get in my wigged out form. Which I'm assuming now rouses curiosity in a lot of you. Well, I'm assuming you'll see it soon enough. But I change into something a little less adherent than what you see now. I call it my involuntary rage, as I've jokingly come to acknowledge it now. I light on fire, and I take on a ghostly visage.
Aye. Well, we have seen a change before. Quark. He used to be a goblin.
Yeah, he told me about
Now he's that.
You know what? I've seen goblins. I've never seen one of those. I'd rather be one of those. Honestly, I think he got the better end of the deal there.
And Zin's just gonna reach over and start scratching his ears. We like him better this way.
I had wings at one point, but mine went away.
Well,
Yeah,
it was the same kind of tart that he had.
he was a beautiful butterfly.
To the DM, I will just be like, okay, I mean, not too many people around here. I'll show them my form. I'll just change in front of them. So,
Well, how packed is the mess hall right now?
It won't kill anybody.
Yeah, but if you don't want to show the entire school, that's what
I mean, is the mess hall packed? That's basically where, yeah. Or is there many people around? Perhaps we should go somewhere a little less satiated with eyeballs. Yeah. If you guys wish, we'll meet up by the dorms and I'll show you what I mean. It's the only reason she could have said what she said to me, because people both find my form terrifying and slightly beautiful all at the same time. I don't get it. So, is she dangerous? She killed anybody?
On campus, as far as I know. But probably no more dangerous than any one of us.
Makes sense.
Probably pretty dangerous to the normal person, but you'd have based on what we saw, you'd probably have a bit of a fight on your hand.
Well.
Probably wise not to tick her off again.
Yes, problem with that is I'm just so shy about being particularly forward. Hell, even that was gut-wrenching. I didn't even know if she would honestly show up, But I'm glad she did, and she made known to me apparently she finds me beautiful. Whatever the hell that means. I've never been called that before. Anyhow.
Well, it must be something, because anytime I've tried to talk to her, I tend to get this stink eye. So.
Maybe you just gotta find something she's interested in. I don't know. More, maybe look into it a little more in depth. I don't know. I mean, it's not that I don't know how to talk to women. I'm just shy about talking to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or she just don't like clerics.
Uh-oh. I mean, she does have red eyes.
Mhm.
Eh,
And men of the cloth have been known to be particularly pious.
Okay, so if you are you stepping out of the mess hall then to head back to the dorms to have a more private discussion?
if they wish, I'll be more than happy to show them what I'm talking about. Might as well come out sooner than later. Won't take but a minute.
Yeah, after we're probably done eating, I would say we would go out.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I would go out anyway, so I don't know about the rest of the party.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Don't say I didn't warn you guys. And don't worry, when it happens, it won't hurt you. You'll know what I mean.
All right. So you finish up with your food and go to head out. As you exit the utility building, the wind begins to pick up. You feel a very distinct chill in the air as the soft snow begins to build more into small flurries. And you notice marching towards you, coming from the staff building, Miss Fawnhopper.
Uh-oh.
With a fur coat pulled around her, marching with a distinct purpose. A small halfling looking individual in tow with a dark shirt, dark cloak, wavy brown hair popping out from under the hood of the cloak. And the one thing that might stand out a bit, large golden eyes. Soren, you will recognize this individual as the only other surviving member of your party, Vincent.
Ah,
Vincent, my good sir.
As Miss Fawnhopper approaches, she will simply turn to Saul. Greetings, Miss Riviera. I come bearing, glancing back, Sorens' missing comrade. They apparently felt trying to sneak into the skills lab building was a much better use of their time than meeting their new, and she does air quotes around this, friends.
Vincent.
She looks over the party, eyes landing on Gargan, and then Soren briefly, and then simply states, well, he's your problem now. She turns, takes Saul's hand, planting a kiss on it, and as she walks away, turns to Zin with this quick wink and heads off.
Well, hello there, new friends, air quotes, he says.
Vincent. It's been a minute.
Afternoon.
And he's a short guy, under 4 feet. Probably got some halfling or gnome in him. Probably.
Well, so that's how you're spending your time now, Vincent? Breaking into the skills lab?
Well, I mean, gotta test my skills somehow.
Yeah, you always were a pretty direct approach learner. Everybody, this is Vincent. He's the only other surviving member from my last party.
Yeah,
So no fault of
running
our
away
own.
helped.
Little bit. So, yeah, well, guess we'll be working together once again. It's good to have you on board again. Hopefully we won't encounter the same troubles we did last time, huh?
Well. Hopefully not. I like to hide from them, as you know.
Oh, there, yeah. I mean, it's a good
And,
thing
and
you're
you'd
good at
probably
that.
know he's a bit of a rogue, and
Yeah.
he's a bit of a coward too, since he tends to disappear when trouble shows up.
What you call cowardice, I call being smart. You'd be stupid if you would go into battle fearless. You know, fear in a warrior's heart, a little bit of fear makes you more aware. Keeps you on your toes. You know, if you're always prepared, you're never gonna be caught off guard. You know, and you carry a very unique set of skills, so I wouldn't call it cowardice. But he is a rogue, everybody, and he's actually quite good at what he does, even if he doubts himself. And he is quite capable, trust me. So he'd probably be a good addition. No stealing stuff from them. I'm watching you. But we were
So, what are you all up to at this cold hour?
on our way back to the dorm.
Funny you should ask. Soren was just about to show us blowing himself up. You're just in time.
Yeah. I was about to show them my neat little parlor trick, Vincent.
Oh, that.
I tried to bring hot dogs, but
Yes. Well, I know you've seen it a bunch, but don't ruin the surprise. Anyway. Well, it's good to have you on board if everybody else is good with it. Believe this.
So yeah, if you guys are making your way after this over towards the dorms for a little more privacy, get over there, no problem. So are you going inside, or was this going to be something you do still outside?
Oh, inside. I'll invite them into my space.
Okay.
So yeah, you all just sit wherever you find comfortable, and just welcome in. Feel free to pop a bottle if you wish. But
You would not have any such things in there. You have a chair and a bed.
I mean of just refreshment, not alcohol. Just like some kind of like juice or something. I don't know.
No, you got nothing like that in there.
No. Okay.
You
All right.
literally have a bed, a chair, a desk, and a chest that's locked.
Didn't I get I got the refrigerator thing?
Oh yes, you did. You did spend credits on your fridge. Yes.
Yes, I have refreshments on there.
I forget what you have in there right now.
I ordered fancy. No, wait. I don't have drinks, but I do have fancy meats and cheeses in there. Yeah, I spent about the same that I think Soul or Zen did, or one of them.
Yes, you have.
Your thoughts?
Yes, you have cured meats and 2 things of cheese. A third of 2/3 of a wheel, 2/8 of a wheel of cheese.
Yes. So
no drinks.
Damn. Okay. Damn. Well, never mind. Anyway, I'll just have them all sit, give them something to eat, and then do what I do. And my form goes from a black dragon into a red fire visaged, like what you see in the second picture, basically. And my voice changes into something infernal. So I start speaking infernal to you guys, and shifts in and out between common and infernal at times. but this is my form, blessed upon me by a warlock. And the fire wraps chains around my arms, up my shoulders. My chest turns into fire. Nothing there, but just fire everywhere. Even my head. It's all on fire. Horns and everything. My armor changes, shifts. This is what happens to me. This was blessed upon me by a warlock who came to court one day and decided to curse me because my father would not submit to his underhanded dealings, and because of it he did this to me. The only way to undo it is to kill the man who did it to me, or to find my true love, someone who will accept me for how I look no matter what. Considered one of the best looking dragons in my land, of course.
So when he's doing this, do we feel heat equivalent to a fire of the same size if we're nearby?
You definitely. You don't
Oh.
feel like you would be burned right now, but you definitely feel it got a little warmer in the room.
Like if a piece of paper was held to it, would it ignite?
Oh yeah, you can ignite stuff on it. It just doesn't burn people. It doesn't burn the people around me. It just makes me hideous in a way. It's kind of like a Jekyll Hyde situation.
So you could even put a hand on your arm and not burn it.
No. It's, to you it'd be fire that's like cool to the touch almost, mystically. And I don't understand why it doesn't burn people. I figured the curse would be like, oh, I'll make you ugly and burn people, not ugly and not burn people. Just makes you unappealing, you know. So I don't get it myself, but no, it definitely ignites things holding my finger to a candle.
Yes.
So
yeah. So Gargan would probably be testing that a little bit and just be like, fascinating.
yeah, it is. This is the only reason I can assume, though, that Mara would have wanted to talk to me. This is what she meant by my beautiful fire. What you do see is it's also sapphire-ish. It's got a sapphire hue to it, so it's like a pinkish, purple, deep red. It's very glow. I don't know. Almost look like a techno sign or a neon bright sign. But yeah, and I'll switch back. I had to learn the chance to switch the forms back, so was not easy. Considering I'm a fighter and not a magician of any sort.
Do you have to speak those words for it to happen?
If I want to do it willingly. If it happens unwillingly, it's usually because of a certain reason. It's usually because I'm ticked off. And it takes a minute to tick me off, but when it happens, it happens.
Now, you said it was a warlock that cursed you. Have you found out anything about them?
Only that I know one of his offlings went to this academy and settled up nearby, or someone from his order did. I don't know. But I know that the spell he used on me can only be broken by two ways. And considering I haven't seen him since, even though I've gone through great lengths and a lot of royal funds to find him, No avail, which I assume he's hiding because he knows I'm onto his treacherous ass. Other than that, no.
Now
In short.
the person, one of his men, or as you said, you happen to know how close he is, an exact location, or
The only thing I know about him is he's a necromancer. To whatever extent that is, and he's studied for a little bit here at the college. As far as a name, well, that was not provided. This was told to me by some cloaked figure as I left the land of dragons. So, it's not really wasn't really much to go on, but I mean, I guess it's
yeah,
something. Part of the
tried
reason I
maybe.
enrolled here. Sorry.
Have you tried asking maybe the staff if they know anything about someone who might have practiced that years ago?
Ugh. I could. I
Because
would
it
just
does
imagine the conversation would be a little mute given the subject of necromancy.
seem a
Necromancy.
practice that would be kind of a hot topic around the school if somebody was practicing it.
Yeah, you might be right. Well, regardless, I just wanted you guys to know the truth. And I'll find more, I guess we can find more outcomes to this plight as it comes along. If anything should come up, I guess we'll just keep it an open mind. For now, I guess I'm just gonna rely on trying to find true love. Hopefully it's not. I mean, I hope it's not her, but if it is, God willing. Ah! I heard a purr. Did you hear a purr? What the hell? The hell was that noise? I think Quirk's in the room. Anyway. Yep.
Your voice
Figured
is
you-
soothing.
I figured you guys would just want to know. So in case you see it and I didn't tell you, there's no secrets.
Well, we don't think that get her possessed by anything.
No, you won't. Everybody as I've come into contact with comes off perfectly fine. Weeks later, months later, years later. So, I mean, hell, even my own mother gave me a hug while I was in that form once. So, it's no big deal. I mean, it won't hurt you guys, but I did just want you to know. Anyway. Anything you guys want to do for the day or the rest of the day?
One last question about that. If you ignite something that you're in in this form, will the new fire hurt you?
No, at least not that I've seen. Any fire that I ignite things with, like if I lit a piece of paper on fire and then handed it to you, I've never seen it hurt people. I've done it before as a parlor trick. So
You still be
if
hurt by fire.
Yeah, I'm thinking more if you're standing in like a puddle of oil and get really pissed at that moment, would that oil burn you?
I have resistance to fire when I'm in this mode.
That's what I figured.
Well, you're not impervious.
No, my mother's a red dragon and my dad is a black dragon. But I am predominantly black dragon. But when I'm in this form, for some odd reason, I've gained resistance to fire. And I don't think it's because of my mother. I think it's because of the warlock spell. for whatever reason, he turned me into some kind of partial fire demon with different powers than usual. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a mess. I've given it my all trying to understand it, and my brain just hurts after a while.
Ah,
But
Well, as far as curses go, I mean, it could be worse.
what are you telling me?
Could be turned into a mouse.
Okay, now that would have just sucked.
Or you could have your race changed just by eating a dessert.
Oof. Well, don't give me that recipe. I'm proud to be a dragon. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what caught Mara's eye. And judging by, I'm assuming, the ruckus that went down in the mess hall from what I saw in the aftermath, she seems to have particular abilities of her own, which probably explains why she was fascinated by me. Oh well. I guess I'll leave her to just explore more mystery of it all. Seems like a fun little chase. You guys have been awful quiet.
Yeah. Quick question. Would our characters know how long the winter lockdown is for?
What do you mean winter lockdown?
I guess maybe I was under the impression that at least for some period of time, maybe measured in weeks, we're pretty much confined to the college as opposed to going home.
It was literally just the last night. It wasn't for the winter, it was due to the red moon.
Oh.
Right. So although the winter might be, well, I guess the characters, in other words, will the winter be so harsh that it would make, let's say, adventuring outside of the confines of the college, particularly dangerous?
Let's see here. Who actually would know this?
I
You
think
wouldn't, because
two of us would. I think.
Yeah.
I think just Quark and Sol. You're the only two that are actually from north of the Wall Mountains.
And the reason I say this is that one of the pieces of information we found when we searched that secret society room was, possible location of an entrance to the Feywild. And as far as, any type of adventuring thoughts, that's the only thing I could think of going through that would maybe manifest into something like that. But I'm just wondering, a journey like that might be sort of logistically very difficult, or maybe not even safe at this point. So that's what's going through my mind. I don't know if I'm missing, if there's other possible avenues for
With
think
proper
you guys
protection, the winter around here is not fatal.
Me and Gergen both just got winter clothes, so
I put in for winter clothes as well, so I mean, being a dragon, we don't like. I mean, outside of the fact that I can change into this fire being, that I can keep on for as long as I want until I want to either willingly shift back or until I calm down, which is usually after a battle. Because I'm predominantly in the fire form when I battle, so gives me a few extra ass whipping things that I like. But
well, while you didn't get anything about any issues about travel or anything noted to you, Mark, you really wouldn't have ventured too far from your home. Saul, maybe a little bit. Saul, if you want to give me a History New Hope check.
Okay.
Because my question will be the distance from here to the border of Long Tier
Okay.
and Northern Territory.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is within her wheelhouse. So, as you know, it's just a couple hours to get to Alrezen. From Alrezen, if you head straight along the road to the west, it would take 6 days travel by horse to get to Flameborough, which is the closest city to the border. So I need the map up. From Flameborough, if you follow the road further west, it would be another 7 days ride to get to Broken Hope, which is the first closest town to Flameborough. So that would be 13 days ride from the college. And that's just to get into the desert portion. The mountains would be further north of there, so you'd be looking at
Sorry, I was letting my friend in. We're gonna be doing a lot of gaming later.
yeah, about another 8 to 10 days, depending on weather, potentially up to 12, depending on if you're getting into this time of year. Straight north, not counting for anything you might encounter where the desert meets the tundra. So, a month, little over, one way. And that's just accounting for just the travel.
Yeah, well,
Generally, you don't want to do that in the winter.
no, I'm going to take a page from Napoleon's March to Moscow and probably
I was just
not even bring it up.
Napoleon was a good person to learn from as far as marching through the winter.
Yep.
Bad diploid eye, oh my lord. When I read that, I was just like, why would you even, dude? Your toes fell off.
He started with 400,000 men, wound up with 10,000.
Oh, so he lost more than his damn toes.
He lost 390,000 out of 400,000 on that effort. So yeah, but
maybe it's a good idea to wait till spring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for an adventure. I mean, in my fire farm, I can just walk right through the snow, and you guys stay next to me. It'll keep you warm. It just won't burn you.
Yeah.
It won't cause you damage.
For Stoll and Clark, you would note from being from this part of the area, winter runs from the month of Winter's Bane, which we're in, until really at least mid-Penter. So you're looking at 3.5 months until spring comes.
Yeah.
Yes. This may be a summer break project.
Well, maybe there's things close by that we can help with.
Yeah.
If we're looking for an adventure.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has any. I'm looking through the records. I can't think of anything that jumps out at the moment.
Well, what if?
But that's kind of what I'm doing. What's that?
What if we were to talk to the head master of this, basically the Dumbledore of the school, and see if there's anything that we can attend adventure-wise that might be of help to like a local nearby village or whatever. I don't know. I mean, if that's we're what level 3s, 4s? Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, so
Same.
we're not that high on the totem pole. I would imagine as far as mission ranks, would that be a thing that the school would do? Like
Yeah.
your battle prowess as far as what they would assign you as far as a mission, kind of like a Naruto scenario.
Yeah,
Well,
I think. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I guarantee he's not gonna assign anybody a mission, or at least below third year, that would venture out more than 3 days from the college.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was in the minds of. I was thinking, we're only level 3, so
And that's
our
probably
battle
3 days
prowess would,
round trip.
yeah, I would think our battle prowess would be recognized as still kind of a low class battle prowess at the moment, even though there are a lot of us. I don't know.
Well, combat prowess is not the issue; it's survivability.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I
I'm
suppose
slightly
we could.
confident in that, but
I suppose we could do tomorrow's. Maybe talk to. I think each one of us has some staff member that would be considered somewhat of a mentor, or in
yeah.
charge of whatever division our specialties are in. So I could certainly talk to the mage and see if there's anything.
DM, which one of the people do I know that's a staff member?
Uh,
I forget. I'm still learning names.
okay. Was that Vincent or Soren?
Soren.
Soren. Your main staff member you would have been dealing with was.
I think it was a guy named. I think it was like Bim or Borka or.
Oh no, those are all students.
Or no, Frederick is that.
Yeah, everybody
Dingleberry.
knows Frederick. Your main staff member you probably would have been dealing with was Donovan Rathborn.
Oh, Donnie. Okay. Well, oh, he's not even ooh, he's not listed up in here. On my
No, because it would have just been that's just he's in charge
Okay.
of the freshman fighters, so that would be basically why you would have know him.
All right, I'll just put him just Donovan.
Yeah, here I'll give you heavy here. Okay,
Spelled that right.
there you go.
All right, cool. Thank you. I probably did. Oh, I spelled it very wrong. Look at me.
I figured I could find the line when I saw what you were typing, so.
Yep. All right. Okay. Freshman fighter instructor. He's sort of like okay. All right. Cool. That's excellent. All right.
There you go.
Well, I was almost right on the name. Close. Well, are we looking for an adventure, ladies and gents? I mean,
Hell yeah.
I mean, what does adventuring normally get us? Doesn't it get us like credits and like stuff and I don't know. What does adventuring rewards get us from the college and stuff when we complete something that's been like assigned to us? Like as far as what do they reward?
It's been varied. It's been coins, sometimes potions, sometimes just access to additional materials, such as higher access into the skills labs in the library. It varies depending on just what's come up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if memory serves, we still have 2 more weeks of classes too.
Yeah, 2 weeks until the winter break, and that in 1 week's time, a traveling party will be arriving from Long Tier.
Okay, that part I missed.
Ah.
Okay. So I mean, as long as we find things that I guess are within our bounds and I mean, maybe they'll assign us things that we can easily handle with our skill level. I mean, I've only been here 3-4 months, learning from Donovan Rathborn, I believe. Teaches pretty good combat.
Perhaps ideally something that could be accomplished in a weekend.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I would like. I mean, what better way to learn how one another operates in this group than to actually see each other's skills in action? I mean, I rather like all of you. I think all of you are rather charming and fun in your own way, even if you all are rather quiet. I talk a lot. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just nervous. I get nervous. But yeah. How about you, Zen? You look rather ready for an adventure.
I'm more than happy to follow along on an adventure, especially since if I can get some credit since I just lost a bunch for failing to get into that skill room unnoticed.
Vincent, yes.
Well, my character will ask Wilda tomorrow if there's anything we can help with.
Okay.
I can go. I can check in with Donovan and see if he has anything as well, and we'll compare notes and let them know that we'll get back to him on whichever we decide. Maybe at least it gives us a few varieties or things that we can handle, one at a time, and have multiple
Agreed.
things, lined up so that way credits flow in for a minute. I mean, that sounds like a smart idea. And then we can upgrade our dorms. Which means parties. Huh? Hey, I'm a prince, okay? From where I'm come from, we party like at least 30% of the time. So, I mean, I'm not a snooty prince, but I like a good shindig once. Do you even have parties in this damn college? What the hell? All I've been through is class after battle arena after
Well,
battle arena.
aside from the festival we recently just finished, not really.
So what if it's a nation of only 800 people? My dragons, we throw down a beam fire mission. Just got done watching Avatar. My culture throws down a mean fire ring.
We party like it's 899. You kidding?
Yeah, well, we party like it's about 800. What's up now? I say jokingly. That's about as smartass as a dragon's face could look. Anyway.
Well,
Seems like we got some plots lined up for ourselves. Do any of you know about that strange silver dragon who always sharpens his sword in the back of the mess hall?
No, this is the first I've heard of it.
I ran into her the other day after I caught Mara looking at me. She is a very, very shy, either very shy or very just really into her work, but yeah, she just looked up at me, muttered something I couldn't really hear, and went back to sharpening her sword. I don't know. Anyway.
Perhaps finding her and sparking up another conversation might help.
That would be Melissa.
Melissa. Melissa,
fair
yes.
Melissa. Yes.
Ooh.
Perhaps bring Soul with you. She's pretty good at getting people to open up.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's the only way I can break this curse, or, you know. See, the thing that I've learned about it is, if the curse breaks while I'm in my fire form, I think I remain that way. If my curse breaks while I'm in my regular form, but they know about my fire form, then the curse goes away completely, as it should, and I stay normal like this. Not sure. Wasn't very clear. I could have misread it. But like I said, I don't understand magic.
Well, if you think about it, that's sort of protective to the warlock who did it, right?
I would imagine.
If you kill him in anger, you're stuck that way.
Yeah. But what if I find true love while I'm in this form?
Control
I'm
your
stuck
passion.
that way.
Then you'll know she really loves you back.
You can do it.
You'll be down for some hot loving.
Oh no, not Adam Sandler. Why? Why'd you do that? Oh God.
I'd say
Resisting the urge to do the voice.
You can do it.
But no. You can do it all night long. Damn it.
I would say also don't try to force it. Like, girls are gonna probably look at you and just be like, who's this guy? Didn't really notice him before. But like, don't try to force it.
You guys see me. I'm not a bad specimen of dragon. I mean, my father's a mountain.
That's not what I'm saying, but people have eyes, people glance. Just don't try to force it on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just... Hell, I'm too shy to... Almost don't even like getting changed for gym. I'm so fucking shy.
You're literally talking to two females in the party right now.
That's fair.
Well, I don't know why I'm so shy. So, anyhow. I mean, I can't even look you guys directly in the eye and, just awkwardly looking around the room while you say that.
You just have to... He just has to, like, not register that we're in his general vicinity. When he's checked out, he's fine.
Ding! But, yeah, no. Anyway. That's the fun of it. Did you ever learn how to break the curse for the kitty cat? To the goblin? Or the wing loss thing?
Oh, mine was only temporary wings from eating the part.
Oh.
No, but my mother said she will be looking for a possible cure.
Well, I mean,
To be honest,
and
I feel good in my new skin.
I'll tell you it like this. Look, that is shouldn't. Yeah, I got that right. Comparatively, and I have nothing against goblins, except for the ones who tried to kill me in the past. Not biased by any means on that. But what you look like now versus comparatively to a goblin, and I'm not being mean, but this is pretty good. In hindsight, I say you got an upgrade. I mean, look at you got claws. You got really badass claws.
Well, it's
I mean,
taking some. I've needed to make adjustments to my fighting style, but
I bet you got to go through a lot
I'm
more
growing
shampoo.
accustomed to it.
see, and the fur is amazing. How many goblins could say they have a hairdo like yours?
Well, that's
See?
just good grooming.
Oh, well. You don't want to know what dragon grooming's like, pal. Trust me. That's a process. we have a thing called a scale plucker. And I tell you right now, you don't even want to know the first step of what that has to do. Believe me. You think these scales grow? No.
I
By no
think my biggest problem right now is managing the length of my claws.
Well, I would say long enough to rip someone's eyeball out, but not long enough to scratch your hoo-ha off, you know? Don't do that.
They
See,
do retract,
oh,
and I demonstrate.
oh. Well, shit, mine don't even do that. Black titanium right here. Us dragons make a joke that our claws can cut through the universe. Well, I've tried many a times, and I have yet to see a cut through the fucking universe, but they are pretty sharp. So, kudos to the claws and all fist bump quirk. Um. Well, what about the lot of you? Is there anything you guys generally like to do at this hour? I'm still
Well,
getting to know all of you, so.
normally I go down into the yard and perform evening calisthenics, but that's not going to be an option today. Unless I want to practice high jumping.
We could try Fight Club 2.0.
Ooh, Fight Club 2.0.
But I don't know if that'll get us in trouble this time or not.
For the time being, I think we should limit that to the crystal.
Ah, the crystal. So what is that Frederick's deal? He walks around like he owns
Everything? Yeah, that's kind of his thing.
The
he,
natural pompousness of most nobles, you'll find.
you know he's rejected my advance to challenge 3 times. Three fucking times. You believe him?
Well, he's been here longer than most.
Oh, so what? He thinks he's too good to fight a first year. Oh, well,
Most likely.
Yeah, especially what happened the last time we fought a bunch of first years.
I'll plant my dragon foot so far up his bony little ass it'd make his skin spit acid. Porous little weasel he is. I caught him glancing over at me. Yeah, I'm sure he would, but still. I'm just talking big.
Well, he does sort of wear arrogance like a set of full plate.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll fight him in the ring. But I figured if he was, you know, he wouldn't care if he was such a champion. I mean, champions in my land, we generally go, oh, you want to try? Step on up, you know. And they generally don't care in my country, but I figured it would be different. I haven't been here that long, so it's just, he seemed like I assumed pretty arrogant. So if that's his case, then perhaps one day he'll recognize me as a challenge.
Well, I know for myself, in combat training among my peers, I'm undefeated so far.
There you go. In my country, I was only second to my brother. Man had an imposing stance that almost nobody could get behind. And trust me when I tell you, he will mow you down. Man was as big as a fucking house. Unfortunately, he met his end at the hands of a very voracious ogre, who just happened to be a bigger house, as we lovingly say.
Sounds like an honorable end, anyway.
Oh, don't get me wrong. When we found the ogre, he was missing an arm, half an ear. Looked like he had some sort of internal damage because he was black and blue from like head to toe on one side. So whatever my brother did must have. But we put the ogre down. Me and a lot of warriors. I was still, how you say, young then. Couldn't have been any more than 16 at the time. So it was an honorable end. I'll leave it at that. It was good. He definitely gave all. Trust me. If I know anything about my brother, he never performed a wedgie that wasn't half-assed. He went full ass. And he got me a lot. So.
Well, more often than not, I was on the receiving end growing up.
You know what? I was thankful to be an only child IRL. So. Wasn't till later that I had brothers and sisters. So. I still got to be second oldest because apparently my dad had a sister that was 6 months older than me before I was born. So didn't know how that happened. Anyway, sorry. Well, I suppose if we're looking to do an adventure or get started on one, we should probably settle up in our rooms, maybe, or if we want to do anything beforehand. I'm good with whatever.
Well, in that case, we should probably get some rest so that we could take care of our scholarly duties before we venture forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm for that. We could sooner we get to sleep, the sooner we wake up and talk to our folks.
Indeed, we do.
All right, so getting back to your rooms, say it's about 2 hours so you would actually be getting down for the night. So then 8 hours rest. I have a feeling I know what most of, at least a few of you, are going to be doing during your first 2 hours.
Yep, I still spend every free second working through that door stopper.
Yep.
Oh, one thing I did want to know. After I finish bathing, exactly how much fur is left behind in the tub?
If you're going to the bathhouse, none.
Okay.
Well, if you're a cat, and I know this IRL, I'm pretty sure everybody does, but cats usually lose their short hair right before winter. So you could have been shedding probably.
Keep in mind, I am
a month or
Feywild.
two.
Feline.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about. I'm just.
I thought you.
Shedding. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say after I bathe, how much fur do I cough up? But
No.
Hairballs.
And how long do you think it would take me to learn how to shake myself dry?
Properly? Active effort, I'd say probably 3 days of legitimately being wet and having to dry off.
Well, I'm going to practice a bit when I get ready for the day.
Okay.
How long have you been in the cat form since this happened to you?
1 second.
Mm,
A little less than a month, I think.
So you're still
Yeah.
you're still very much coming accustomed to.
Oh, very much so.
Okay. That makes for fun plot. Why can I see better in the dark? Why do I all of a sudden have the sudden urge to get the zooms? The fuck is this?
Well, he already had dark vision as a goblin, doesn't he?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I can never remember the dark vision glasses.
Get twice the dark vision.
I transformed in Wallacebin day 9.
Yes, they do have dark vision.
Oh, is his dark vision better now, or is it about the same?
No, same.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of those powers that I in my own opinion, I wish stacked.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Yeah,
though.
I've been transformed for about 2.5 weeks.
Okay, so you've only been from Goblin to Tabaxi for. Wow, that's only a little bit of time. Yeah, I mean, you're not even a professional cat yet.
Is he still considered tabaxi, or
no, he is
'Cause
not
he's-
Tabaxi.
yeah, because
Oh,
he's
no,
Fey,
well,
right?
Yeah,
I was just, I mean,
That'd
I
be the
just
closest race that I would think is tabaxi.
Yeah.
No, I was just referencing Tabaxi as cat folk. That's all. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I would imagine there would be a lot to encompass with that once trying to get used to his whole new genetic structure from goblin to a whole different breed of space and time of thing.
So do I resemble an actual known sentient race, or am I more beastkin?
Be more beastkin because there are no tabaxis in Faldarish.
Okay.
Ugh. You are
That
a
is
rare
why
breed.
everyone, when you first appeared, was just like, they've never seen anybody who looks like a cat, nonetheless one with purple fur.
Yo, you could literally be the first of your kind. Go around being like, I am the first of the Tabaxi. Haha. This is my legacy. It starts
Well,
spreading.
considering it's an unknown race in this world, so
I mean, you could run with that so hard. The fact that you're an unknown race to many and people don't know what you are, it would be kind of funny because then you could just be like, well,
let's just say I'm going to be brushing up on the stealth arts.
pretty, yeah. See, anyway, I just think that's funny. You could play that so hard to the rest of the nation that doesn't know what a cat folk or any of that is.
If the background noise gets too loud or choppy, just let me know.
Totally unnoticeable at the moment.
Yeah, no, Soren will go to the best hall for breakfast and catch up and just do more reading on his books while he's eating for
Okay.
breakfast. And I'll usually do that before, with enough time, about 15 minutes before any class of mine starts.
All right.
How thick is the snow outside right now?
Let's find out how much fell overnight. There's about 4 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
It looks like they probably have tried to clear some paths here and there. But for the most part, the paths they've cleared are about 4 inches currently. And the actual snow piled up where they have not cleared is closer to 8.
Woo!
Inches? Okay.
It piled up out there.
And it is, if you're going out now, about 7 a.m., it is not currently snowing, but it is cold. It is very,
About 38,
very cold.
37.
Huh?
In the 20s or 30s?
Yeah,
IRL wise, or
yeah, it'd be, if you're talking Fahrenheit, then it's going to be low to mid 20s.
because right now it's like 49 degrees here and it's just cloudy.
Like, yeah, it's in the 20s or 30s. Kelvin.
Damn.
For those of you that go by Celsius, it would be closer to about -8.
Okay, yeah, that's balls freezing. -8?
Yep.
Where it gets down to -17. That's what.
Yeah. Okay. Then. I'm definitely putting my my warm clothes on.
All right. So yeah, about 7 a.m. Make your way over to the mess hall for breakfast. For the most part, if you're looking around, people are not as jovial as they've been in the past few weeks. There is a lot of people just bundled up and that might have gone for a nice enjoyable breakfast. Pretty much everyone is just grabbing porridge to try and stay warm. Porridge and oatmeal seems to be the breakfast of choice today. So
Yeah.
gathering
Yeah. No. Sorry. My mic was
gathering
off.
around at the mess hall. What are your plans for the day?
Well, aside from, let's see. Trying to remember what my schedule is. Probably do some survival and woodworking classes. An appropriate amount of physical training, both in and outdoors.
Okay.
Yeah.
After breakfast, Soren would probably catch up on his smithing classes and his warrior classes or his weapon classes, as
Okay.
it were. And then try to make my way to find Donovan at some point.
Okay. There you go.
I'll try to catch Wilda in her
All right.
office. And maybe if we could sort of paraphrase what we've learned with her before. I think last major meeting with her, we brought her the Viper Venom. I think we brought her some other uh, sort of
Oh, the last time you went to
samples.
her was, I thought, with the lightning beast
Yes,
hive.
yes. And so, can we just summarize a little bit about what our last conversation with her was? I think, like I said, I think we brought her, you know, specimens of creatures, including the lightning beast. I think there was like a pelt, some other things I think that she was interested in.
Well,
And I just want to segue that to the next conversation.
Yeah. Let me see.
Well.
it would. Have I done anything particularly for Donovan that would have put me in any kind of good rapport with him, making me stand out in his eyes?
Uh, Second. Let me. Okay, that was an old one. Let me think. Let me see your sheet there to see where you've. Well, he
His-
would have been your primary instructor through most of it.
Yeah.
Since pertaining your most recent advancement, you actually would probably be getting shifted over to start having to take classes with someone else because he couldn't really teach you about one aspect of your training. Let me see who he would have been sending you off to deal with.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you would have a one sec. Add a new journal entry for you.
All right. Well, I was just making sure because, like, I'm coming into this story kind of
Yeah.
later on, so I don't know what kind of interaction I would have had with him that would have maybe put
Uh,
me in some sort of standing with him that proved me.
Based on your nature, I would not. I would think that based on his nature and yours, you would have actually tried to do everything you could to avoid getting into being someone who was noticed by him based on what you had seen happen to others who became a focus of his.
Oh, okay. But I nonetheless probably still caught his eye untryingly.
Untryingly, I'm sure you did, just nothing that was enough to really draw him
Into my
into taking
personal
enough
space.
of a
Okay.
vested interest in you.
Okay. All right. That's
But yeah,
good
there is
to
a
know.
new journal entry there for you.
Under who? I'm sorry. For
That was Vincent, right?
no, this is Soren.
Okay. Never mind. I thought it was, but I realized that the information I gave you, I had to add another entry to yours. In your case, Donovan. Yeah, Donovan actually would have been. Let's see here. What type of relationship would you have had with him?
But I do have a journal entry for Vincent on my character sheet.
Oh no! That's Vincent. Okay. You have a new journal entry. Because I realized that something that I had told him was, well, correct up to the point, but needed a slight adjustment.
So Andraki, Gargan, Soul, and Zen, I would imagine, and Cork, I would imagine you were all part of a party that lost the two dwarves, right? Like you guys were all part of the same party when the two others were.
We were.
Okay.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. And so yeah, I and Vincent, I'm assuming, is taking Megan's spot as the cohort that was asleep in her
That's
dorm.
why you no longer
or
have
his
an
dorm.
entry with that name, and you have one for Vincent.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. I figured since we haven't heard anything from her, it was probably gonna be that way. Okay. Well, Vincent, since I'm new to the group too, so welcome and pleasure to meet you. As new member to this group. So
yeah, we'll see if we have better luck with this one.
Amen. But okay. So yeah. No, I you know what? They all seem pretty pretty decent so far. I'd say we have a pretty good chance. I mean, you've only gotten stronger. Yeah. Sucks that you got caught, but I'm pretty sure you'll get better. You always do. Look how long it took you to practice knife throwing. Remember the time you threw the dagger and cut the teacher's belt off? His trousers fell down to his knees.
Nobody saw that, and I'm not admitting to anything.
I saw it and I laughed my ass off. I thought my tail was about to come off. I swear to God. I had never seen such. I mean, great aim. No doubt. Hell, if I was the teacher at the time, I would have given you an A just for the shot alone.
Yeah, I was actually it slipped.
Pretty good aim for it slipping.
All right. I updated that entry for you.
For me, Soren?
For Donovan, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. He would take a note of your skills in the crystal. He would consider you at least competent. Okay. Well, that's nice of him. I'm assuming he's a harsh critic.
Well,
By the sound of that.
he's been the instructor here for the freshmen for the last 7 years, so he's seen a few hundred people come and go.
Okay. So, kind of like the asshole drill sergeant that you really need to prove twice the medal to, in a way. All right.
It takes a lot to impress him.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, at least he deemed me competent, so that's a start, I guess. All right. Well, I'll approach him when he has a second. For the time being,
Right.
I'll just continue my training until he has a moment to speak.
Yeah. So yeah, after a couple hours into your morning classes, you'll be able to grab a moment with Donovan, and Gargan, you will also be able to grab Wilda at that time. You guys want to roll d6s? High roll goes first.
I'll let him go first. I
Okay.
need to take a moment to go pee.
Okay.
So.
All right, Gargan. So yes,
BRB.
at the end of your class, you go to check in with Wilda.
Yeah, I'll go check with her, ask her how she fared during the winter storm. If she learned anything more from the specimens we brought, and then ask if there's any way we can help. I'm looking at my notes, and I don't know how to incorporate it in the conversation, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think she has some personal interest in some sort of like orc raids to the west, or there was maybe some fake creatures that I think like her grandfather was killed by.
Yes, that was
Some sort of,
the squirrels.
and so I get I go in with the understanding that she has sort of this personal interest as well, and I just in general try to figure out if there's any way I could help or what new knowledge has been gleaned,
So
etc.
what she would share about what they discovered about the what pieces you were able to salvage in at least somewhat usable structure of the lightning beast hides. They will take some working, as We'll take some time to actually get them into being something useful. But they certainly, some of the craftsmen believe they can definitely make use of them. But considering these things were thought to be extinct, it's basically a learning curve in trying to understand. The notes have a lot of slang that is no longer relevant, and they're trying to determine what half of this stuff means. So it shouldn't have any real new information on that per se. As far as the orcs that were basically, from your investigation that it was orcs that were basically directing the squirrels towards Misty Oak and the college. She has not heard further news of that yet. Make an insight check for me.
Is everything going?
All right.
Ooh.
It's a
Insight.
it's a solid 5.
Who are we rolling insight on?
On the instructor.
Uh-oh. Dun 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 dun.
As far as any as far as any other work, she doesn't have anything right now. Just states that she's a little busy with some plans of her own. But suggests checking in with Full Master Null. He's apparently promoted himself.
Who's that?
Full Master Null. He has now promoted himself, apparently, you're learning.
Full Master Nell?
Null.
Oh. N-U-L-L.
Yeah.
That's a guy's name.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy that has the shop.
All right.
And he
Yes, the
promoted
quartermaster
himself?
who promoted himself to the 3/4
The
master.
full
You're now learning he's
master.
promoted himself to the full master.
Now I understand the reference. Got it.
That sounds like a scandal.
Yeah.
I wonder how many pockets he had to line for that position.
Yeah. I think mathematically it would be whole master, but that's all right. I get it now.
Are you kidding me? It's 36-40 seconds of a master. That's all.
Nearly full master. No.
Yeah.
All
He's got
right.
like 1% left. Then he
But
levels
yeah,
up.
she said that he definitely would have some work potentially. Beyond that, she said she might be in need of some research assistance in the next couple of days. She will let you know within the next 2 days whether or not she needs the extra hands.
Okay. Yep. Anytime.
Okay. Soren, you were checking in with Donovan, correct?
This conversation might be considering he just thinks I'm competent. Good evening, Donovan. Good morning.
Well,
good day.
It's 10 a.m.
I know. I'm. It's 4:02 here, so I'm sorry. I looked out at my PC clock. My apologies. Re-wrecked. Good morning, Donovan. Was curious. Is there anything that could be done for somewhat of a mission, or anything that's come up as a problem lately that me and my compatriots could possibly take care of? Sorry that I'm just want to be straight to the point.
You can see he looks you over and flips over something on his desk, and he's just looking at you like, I do not believe I have anything that you and Vincent could handle alone.
Oh no, me and Vincent have recently been put in with a new party by the madam at the reception desk. I was introduced to them but I would say a day ago now. It'd be a day now. Yeah, me and Vincent were just recently put in with a new group. One with the likes of Andrakia, Gargan, and Quirk, and Zin and Soul. So, no, we wouldn't be alone. I was inquiring because a few of them were inquiring for things we could do as well. Looking for a little extra something to do while the winter passes. Keep ourselves busy and sharp, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Would there be anything in those circumstances that might fit more better?
Uh, you can see him looking at a paper, and he just keeps looking back at you and sets it down, grabs another paper, and just starts scribbling something on it, folds it up, puts it in an envelope, and seals it. He says, take this.
Okay. I'll take it from him.
You may give this to Miss Rainmind.
Okay.
I'm sure you will see her later.
Yes.
And I will make arrangements with Full Master Null. And you can see him just grabbing the bridge of his nose as he has to say this.
Oh. You seem vexed about this, sir.
To provide transport.
Oh.
There is some supplies that need to be moved from the college to the city of Fawn Garden.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess in theory it sounds simple enough. I've done stuff like that in my country.
It is simply shipping and escorting the goods down the road and back.
Very well. I will take this information to the necessary eyes and await further instruction.
Oh, he said he's taking care of. Like, you'll just simply go to see if you are agreeing to this. You are agreeing to it now that he will make arrangements with Full Master Null to provide transport, so your horses and carriage and stuff.
Okay. Well then, I would have no. I'm by myself with him, right? So I would have no reason. Right? Yeah. No.
No.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, no, I would say, well, yeah, I'm down to do it. Of course.
Uh, you can see he's looking at a little hourglass thing on his desk. He's like,
Is it time sensitive?
yes, very. You would have to leave first thing in the morning in order to return in time.
Ah, okay. Well, then I guess I will get started immediately. The first thing you wanted me to do was take this written down piece of parchment to what teacher? Madam or sorry.
And you can see he reaches out for it now. Like, you said you were traveling now with Master Thunderwatcher's former comrades.
If the former comrades of his were Andrakia, Gargan, and Solon, the rest of them, yes.
And his cousin Zindi.
Yes, Zen. Rather charming young lady. Is that a problem, sir?
He just looks at you confused, like, Zindi Rainmind.
Yeah.
This letter is for Miss Rainmind.
Oh. Well, then that should be perfectly easy. I companion to her, so yeah.
Very well. See
She's
that she
part of my
gets
group.
that, and I
Okay.
will make arrangements.
Very well, sir.
Hopefully through Strand. Please, Strand, be there.
Well, I will certainly get right on it, sir. And I'll exit the room. Bow to him and exit the room. Have a good day, master.
And he goes back to
Or-
looking over his notes and just. You can see, if you look back as you're walking out, he is literally shaking his head, second guessing his every decision he just made.
Well, sorry he feels that way out of character.
Well, how would one feel after that interaction?
I don't know. I mean, if it were me, I guess I would have looked at it and been like, well, you seem like a pretty eager young man, so why not? You look like you got a lot of spirit to you. Have at it. I don't know. I guess that's the interaction I was looking for, but misread this person all wrong. This really tells you a lot about how good you are at reading people in real life. Because, like, you can't even second guess a fantasy character. Well, anyway.
You effectively just told him a story where you basically are now working with somebody who he asked you to give a letter to and then asked who they were.
Well, I mean, that's I only recognize the name. I mean, that's who she
yeah, and
is.
it's again one of those things. You only bothered to get the first name, so it's one of those things though where it's like, did I really just trust this person?
Oh well, yeah, no, I mean, I would hope that he would forgive my impertinence for not knowing everybody but a day. I mean,
Yeah.
Certain inexperience comes with the new territory, I guess. Anyway, I'll go to find Zen next, and that'll be where I leave it to somebody else.
All right.
Fun
All right.
interaction.
What's everybody else doing in the meantime here?
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to write a letter to somebody, how would I go about doing that? Do you need me to put in my, like, create an item for it or
Journal entry.
journal entry? Okay.
Journal entry, and then let me know what it is. Make the title something like letter 4 and then what it is. You will need to go to the utility office and at least get paper, unless you already have some.
I should have some in my desk. I believe I have parchment paper that I bought and
Okay.
an ink.
Yeah,
But
if
I
you have
will-
parchment paper and ink, that's good enough. If you want it to actually be protected in some way, you'll need a signet ring or a seal of some kind and some wax to
So
actually seal it.
I would have to go to the utility building for that.
Yeah, that's something you can pick up. It should be in the shop. If it's not, just let me know and I'll work out a price.
Whose shop would it be in? Just the general?
Just
General
the
store.
yeah, it'd be under
Basic
It's-
items.
basic
Yeah, okay.
items. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll look for that and then I'll create the journal entry. And I'll let
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Basically, what I've been doing is I'll use paper to write the note and then parchment to create an envelope and then seal it with wax.
Oh, okay.
Because I write home to mom a lot.
So just buy a candle and use the wax from that, I guess?
Yeah, you could use that.
Because I do
would
have
just-
my signet ring that I
Yeah,
can
so you would
throw
just use
into-
your signet ring then as to press it in and make the seal.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have enough without having to do exchange. All right,
Okay.
I'll type it up and I will copy it over. I have it in a note on my desktop.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Had to cough.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, it should be in my journals.
And as for me, I'll spend the morning in classes, afternoon doing physical training, and just before dinner, I'll visit the Mealy Crystal.
Yeah, pretty much all I was going to do is take my classes and drop the letter off.
Yeah. when you get to the melee crystal, it's going to be the same thing currently, like they said, for the next few days. The crystal itself won't be open. It'll only be open to schedule full team matches in the actual arena.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just the latter two then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find then at some point and drop her with what I was told
Okay.
to give her.
Gargan, that was you that was leaving a letter, right? Or was that in Drakei?
That was in Drakei. I do have another question. If we do go on that quest, that would that take us to around when I have to return the book, or should we be back before then?
You'll be gone for like a week tops.
I can't remember when I got to return the book. That's the problem.
The book, they know that the book is going to be due back after the holiday break because they close down for like 15 days.
No, I was told I got to bring it back before the holiday.
Oh, wait, which one?
The history on...
Oh, yeah, because you tried to steal the book.
Yeah. So would it be best if I bring it back before we leave to go on our quests?
Well, no, you'll be back before the actual break because that's not for the 20th is when the break starts.
Oh, okay.
And it's the 2nd.
Yeah, I just want to be sure because I was told something would come and get me. So,
All right. All right. So. Oh, so Soren, you're giving over the letter. What are you saying when you do?
I will approach Zen and I will tell her that when I went to go see Donovan, like I told you I was gonna go do today, he looked me over kind of awkwardly at first, but I think I convinced him enough to give us something to do. And I'll explain to her what he told me in the office about the quest, and I will hand her the sealed letter.
Okay.
And tell her that...
I was just checking to see if you were going to mention the quest or not, so okay.
Yeah, and I'll just tell her that he just told me to give this to you. He wrote something down, sealed it up, and handed it to me. That's all he told me to do.
Yeah,
so...
and that should have popped up on your screen, Zen.
Yep, I see it. I'm just reading it right now.
All right.
Sorry, I can't give you more information there. But he is kind of he didn't seem very sure of his decision on this either, but I'm pretty sure if we can accomplish this, it'll put us in some kind of good grace. He just wants us to transport some supplies from here to a town a little bit outside the college. And then back. Must be dangerous enough if it requires protection. I don't know. I'm not seeking danger, but... Sorry. No. Oh, which...
As for Vincent, he'll do his classes and some ranged bow training. Okay. And then after that, he's going to... Well, I don't know if he would have heard about the trip they'll be taking.
Probably not yet, but would you guys have actually told them about your schedule of when you meet up? I think you told Soren, but I don't know if anybody actually told Vincent when you guys regularly get together.
I would probably tell them that we normally meet up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and about the
Okay.
times that we usually meet up.
All right. So, yeah, somewhere between noon and 2 or noon and 3, depending on the day. The group gets together for lunch, and then usually dinner at around 6 or 7 if they've been out or if they took a later lunch.
What time do the shops close?
Shop is open from shops close up, if I remember right, at 9 or 10, depending on how late Robert Strand stays there for the night shift.
Okay. Soren, did you meet with him and get the quest before or after lunch?
That would have been 10 a.m., so it'd been before. It's only about 11 o'clock now. That's why I was asking if anybody would have actually told you that they'd be getting together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll wait until we have the lunch to hear about it. But
Okay.
yeah, morning classes will be physical training stuff.
All right. So, get to about 1 o'clock. Get a chance to meet up for lunch. Vincent, did you say you were doing range training at one point?
I'm assuming that's with a bow.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that. I haven't had this explained to me too much, but
I was just going to say it's this is something you would know, that the range training is in the courtyard, which is an open air courtyard.
Oh, I couldn't see above the snow.
So with the snow, might be a little, might be ill-advised.
What better way to test yourself though than to try to get an arrow to fire straight through?
I'm just trying to build up a resistance to cold.
Okay.
I am going to meditate in the snow. Dear.
All right.
What time of day is this range training?
He was apparently going sometime between 10 a.m. and lunch.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to remember something. Okay. So yeah, you guys meet up around 1 o'clock for lunch and can discuss whatever you have planned.
With evening. Afternoon, everybody. Sorry. Damn it, I looked at my clock again. I hate myself. Stop doing that, guys. Well, how did everybody's morning go?
Well, pretty much as usual.
Well, I spoke to Donovan this morning, and he notified me of something rather interesting, and he said he would make arrangements for us to do this first thing in the morning if we all want to, but it's a transport mission to take supplies from college here to a town little ways outside from the college. What was the town's name again for my
Lawn garden.
Vanguard? To Vanguard? Anybody ever heard of that?
Garden.
Yeah. Vanguard. Yeah. That.
Isn't that where those two girls were from?
We haven't visited there yet.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't remember if that's where the two girls that I tried to get to follow my religion.
Yes. Yes, the ones at the flower shop.
Yeah, because I remember the name, and I was like, where do I remember the name? Oh, yeah, the two farmer girls.
Yes.
Okay. So I probably just divulged that I've never been, but I've heard from a few people about this place.
Well, it would be first thing in the morning, and Donovan seemed a little weary of sending us on such a thing, because his reaction as I was leaving the office was he was just shaking his head and looked like he was pondering his life choices at that point. But I mean, it's escorting supplies to a town. I don't imagine we would be gone very long.
Well,
Is
what did he
Vanguard
have
far?
Fun Garden's 3 days.
4.
4 days, 1.
4 days one way.
Yeah. The only thing he said is it's time sensitive and that we would have to leave first thing in the morning in order to be back in time. I don't know exactly what he meant by that, but
Did you ask?
I meant to, but he seemed to pose another question when I told him that Zin was part of the travel, and he gave me a letter to hand to her. What it concerned was at the point none of my business because he sealed it, and I didn't want to be nosy because that's not my nature. But I delivered it to her, and
Imagine that, not being nosy of someone getting a letter.
Listen, let's not throw stones.
I knew I should have followed you today. So, Zin, hi. That's your name. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So, anything interesting in that letter?
Not quite. Just saying that they were sorry for my cousin's departure.
Yeah. Well, what do you? Okay. I'm sorry to hear about that as well. Then,
So, do we know what we're transporting that's going to expire?
He told me supplies from the college. So I'd imagine it could be relevantly important, or I mean, if it requires people to guard it, I would essentially assume is what our mission is to do. Because
And it's our thing, you know.
Donovan wasn't very clear with me. I'll be frank with you guys. He told me this is what you're doing, this is where you're going, hand this to her. And pretty much left it as about as basic as that.
Did he give
I don't
you
know if any of you ever dealt with him, but
did he give you a contact person, perhaps for the logistics of it all? Like where to show up?
We can. I would imagine we're going to get notified that our transport's ready, because he said he was going to make arrangements for transportation and the
Through anybody in
carriages and all that.
particular?
Sadly, no. I'll go ask him if we really but I would imagine that's going to be brought to our attention. Because someone's
'Cause if
gonna
you
come seek me out.
because if you happen to mention Full Master Null, I would say
Yes.
then, yes, I was told to meet him too.
Actually, he did meet. You know what? Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I completely forgot the DM said that. Yes, he. You know what? Now that I remember, he told me something about Full Master Null.
So maybe if it's okay with you, I'll join you to go meet with him, because that was the only lead I got from Wilda. Was
I don't mind if you
that
join me.
So we're
Full Master Null
transporting
might have.
special supplies.
I would imagine. I mean, my line of thinking goes to if there's supplies from the college and he wants people of battle ready, at least battle competent, such as ourselves, then it must be relevantly important.
So perhaps
At least
both missions are
mid-tier
one and the
important.
same.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? This place could be in need of medical stuff and particular accoutrement that shops rely on from the college. I don't know. Could be mildly important at the very least. It's worth at least doing, and I'm sure there's a good reward in it. He's never really been that much of a hard ass as far as rewarding. He's just hard to impress. Considerably. So I would imagine if we succeed at this, it'll put us at a pretty good line.
So I submit we go to Full Master Null today to sort of finalize the details for tomorrow morning's journey.
I would imagine maybe he can fill in all the loops that you're questioning me on.
Yeah.
Donovan wasn't very straight.
No, the only question I had was Full Master Null. So now we're all on the same.
Yeah.
So my plan would be to join Soren and whoever else wants to come to talk to the Full Master and to get the details of where and when he wants us to be tomorrow morning, and also to see if that was the only task he had for us, or whether another way that we can help. As well.
While you guys are doing that, I would probably head to the prayer hall to see if there's anything to be done around there.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess here's to the possible start of a successful mission, holding up part of a meat stick, and I'll just take a bite of it. I don't know. Yay! You know. I'm sorry, I'm just enthusiastic.
Yes. I feel the same way.
I mean, at the very least, think of this. We get more credits, that's more stuff we could add to our rooms. Yeah.
Argan's so excited he's howling.
That's right, yeah.
Damn.
One turned into a cat, the other one turned into a dog. Here we go.
Will you contain your excitement, sir? Oh.
As long as he doesn't start getting on people's legs, we're good.
Squeeze me. The H&R shoving stuff you talking there, pal. We ain't having no leg doing in this D&D game. I roll for violence.
All right. So,
yeah, most of my classes
you're
would be near the prayer hall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We can take care of checking in with Null first, because he's in the same building as the mess hall.
Yeah.
He can tell you that it was definitely not the same mission. That he also has a time-sensitive delivery.
Oh.
That he would need to be delivered to Ulrizen by the 4th.
Oh, I'll explain to
In the
Null.
opposite direction of Fawngarden.
I'll explain to Null when I talked to Donovan that he mentioned you in reference to this. He didn't really say anything outside of the particular that I was supposed to talk.
Oh, sorry. I thought it
about.
was Gargan that was going to check with him.
Oh no, I'm going. I'm.
I think we're going together, so we're both
okay.
hearing.
Yeah.
We're both hearing the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're
So we're going to talk to him about the logistics for the mission we accepted, and to hear other details of what else he would have for us. But as he's saying this, I'm thinking to myself that I did not, nobody committed to the Allrisen thing, and I probably, if they
you
both
mean
had
the
to,
Fawngarden one?
no, the Allrisen one hasn't been committed to. It's the first we're hearing about it, and
Yeah.
so in my mind, I mean, obviously we could leave it to a vote or whatever, but in my mind, I would probably just, not even bring up the other one because I think I'd rather not split up the party. And so yeah,
Yeah.
just, since there's a mission that we've already said yes to and one that really nobody asked us anything about, I don't think I would split the party up. That's just I'll tell the group about it, but
Yeah, because either way, you would have to split up a healer and a heavy hitter, at least to go one way, and then the rest of the party go the other. But
yeah, and
we
so
we are fortunate that we have 3 healers.
but I personally have no interest in splitting up for it,
Yeah.
and so
It's just
I'll probably just ignore his mention about the All-Risen thing.
I'll explain to him that what Donovan told me and that he had referenced to come to Null in third party. Third person. Yeah. So I'll just explain to him that he was mentioned in what he told me and that I should come to him about it more, or that I'm to understand that he would have had more information about this.
And I nod.
At least that's what I understand, sir. If I got that wrong, I'm apologize.
And he would simply, no. If you've accepted another task, I shall find others to deal with mine. As far as your escort to Fawngarden, a wagon pulled by horse along with driver, 4 crates with the wagon.
Okay.
We can provide 4 horses for you for travel.
Okay.
No charge will be incurred for anything up front. Your full reward would be 300 gold pieces, 2 sets of winter clothes, and a single dorm credit each.
Very good. Hey, I'm a little short on those ones.
There will be
sorry.
a deduction from the sum for any missing horses, any injured horses, and any crates that are not signed for being received from Fawngarden.
Okay. Is there? Am I to understand? Is there papers to where each of these items may go? That we have to deliver them specifically to individuals? Or do
They all
just
go
go
to the
one
same
straight?
place. You will simply be going to the town hall.
Okay, well that makes it simple. At least going to one straight area makes it less complicated. Very good, sir.
And can we assume the 2 sets of winter clothes is sort of provided up front, considering it might be silly to get them after the journey.
I mean, I don't know.
No, I'm asking the quartermaster, since this is a winter journey that we're trying to be successful, I would assume the reward of the winter clothes would be up front with the same deductions if somehow we lose them.
Well, hearing you
And you
say
could
that,
see
I would
he
just shrug.
just starts scribbling out, making adjustments to the papers.
Who does still need winter clothing besides?
I am not sure.
Because the
Well,
only
I'll
two
be
that I know
traveling in
for
my fire form, so
the only two I know for sure have winter clothing, Army and Gargan.
Yeah, you two
Oh.
do.
I'm wearing mine.
Okay, Quark already has his. Oh yeah, he's a cat, but is that going to keep you warm for the entire journey if it gets colder? That's
No, I
there.
purchased winter clothes.
Oh, you did? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep.
he may be
yeah.
a furball, but he's trust me, if I know anything about my cats, they still get cold. Yeah.
I definitely need winter clothing.
Yeah, I think
All Vincent and Sin are the only ones.
Vincent, Zin, and Saul and Soren do not have winter clothing.
Oh, okay.
I would be using my fire form on most missions outside of that. That would be the only other thing I would use it for.
But would it spook the horses? Is what I'm curious about.
I've been around my horse. I own
Not
a
if he's at
personal horse
the
on my land. It never spooked from it.
not if he's at the back of the wagon train.
That's true.
So anybody who gets too terribly cold can just, get within 10 feet of me and be
Well,
at
and I'm
least
also
comfortable.
thinking of if we're trying to not draw attention to ourselves, walking around with a person on fire might draw bandits or something towards us.
Might keep them away though too.
Could do that too.
So where would I find?
I've been known to scare the draws off of people with that form.
Well, if we're getting 2 sets, then someone would just have to buy another set on top of that. If we only need 3, then correct? Or if Soren wants his own.
Well, I can help chip in a little bit of money to one.
I have no problem paying for one if we need them. Because I think they were what, 10 gold if I can't recall the top of my head.
I don't think they were that much.
Yeah, they weren't
I think
expensive, I know that.
I think he said like 5 silver or something.
Yeah.
I remember something about something.
They were just limited in supply.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they're 5 silver. Yes.
Where would I find winter clothing?
That is in the basic items. So here, there's only 6, so we just need 2, and then we're getting 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just purchase them. It's not a big deal, and then hand them out. Because I have way more than enough silver. Oh,
okay.
Who just put a blanket on there?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I have an extra blanket if you need it.
Well, let's see. Inventory wise, I've got a bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox.
Like we might as well stock up on stuff that we need.
Torches. I've got 7 torches. Let's see. Got a water skin. Got my pouches.
How are we on rations for everybody?
I have 4.
I have 8.
Okay. I kind of need a couple of them, so I'll just add 2 to mine.
Pay for.
So if you have
18.
assuming the driver has their own food and enough to take care of the horses, you have 7 people, 4 days each way, minimum. You'd need 8 rations per.
I'm buying 10 more. I
Okay.
have 18 now.
So that's also not implying if we hunt food as well, right?
Yeah. That's not implying that. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, pure survival. It's kind of what my Avatar game was going to be like.
Which I don't know if anybody has anything in survival.
Let me check mine.
I'm training in survival, but not proficient yet.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Winter clothes.
No, but
I have a +2 in survival, but I'm not proficient in it. I'm built to more intimidating.
Who said they were buying 10 rations, by the way?
Me, Soren, this guy.
Soren.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll buy 10 as
Oh,
well.
you already did. Okay.
Yeah, how much are 10?
Yeah, I wanted to ask so I could deduct my.
they're 5 silver each,
Yeah.
so it'd be 50 silver, right?
Yeah, you should be able to just go in under records and then shops, and there's literally the basic shop where you can get rations and all sorts of stuff.
Okay, 50 silver. 35 minutes.
I'm just waiting for everybody to finish so I can grab my
Okay,
rack.
and you already added the 10 though to your sheet though, right? Before.
Yes. I just wanted to
Zen
make
just
sure I
bought
got the price.
Oh wait, what? Yeah, 10 rations just
Yeah.
showed up. And then I'm looking for the winter clothes.
1 second. So yeah, your 10 rations, Soren, would be 50 silver or 5 gold.
Oh, okay. And I will do it this way. All right. 5 gold, so that'll put me down to.
So, question.
Yeah.
All right. I paid the 5 gold
Do
for it.
you wear winter clothes under chainmail, or do you just carry chainmail and wear winter clothes?
The winter
Red-
clothes should be able to get worn over your chainmail, actually.
Like a jacket and cloak sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make
More
sure
like
that
more
wasn't-
like fur, more like Conan the Barbarian furs that would overlap, kind of like a poncho would or something.
Okay. Like a t-shirt under a sweater type deal.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
I mean, if you look at kind of the way Vikings would do it, they would either wear their furs under their leathers or over them, or both under and over them.
It's fair.
I mean, at least that's some of the way I've seen them portrayed as.
Do I need anything else for magical abilities? Probably.
You would actually see Soren while he's prepping his armor.
Thank you.
Just in the
We can do
lounge,
that.
I would be shining up my dragon ordinated armor that I've have for my father that I really haven't shown yet, but
Don't be
yeah.
playing in the water, please. Oh shit.
I do not like the water. For whatever reason, I keep turning it green. Acid breath.
Take my drink. And
Sorry, she's so cute.
Chainmail. Okay, that's that. Take, carried. Doom. Petty. Okay. I have one thing of rope. I'm gonna leave all of this in my room. That's gonna be carried. Let's see.
Does anybody still need winter clothes?
Take the torches
Vincent does.
and
I'll
my
buy you.
smith tools.
He can.
Take my battle axe with me.
I bought winter clothes, but thank you.
I can buy them. I have
Okay.
money.
I'll leave that in my. I have a
All
great
right.
axe.
So we had two free ones, and then okay.
We needed 2 more.
Yeah.
If we wanted all 4 of us to have it.
Let me check because I have a feeling some of this ended up in the party inventory by now.
Oh, all the stuff that we bought?
No, I'm just checking if anybody's
pouch carried.
No, I guess not. Okay, yeah, you guys were all buying it individually.
Yep.
I just wasn't sure when some of you started putting stuff in other people's carts if it was going to end up in the party treasure for some reason.
Oh, somebody just took my.
All right. I think I've got my inventory set up to what I need.
Okay.
Cool. Great axe, hand axe, crossbow. I would have put my 20 bolts on there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's all pretty much set up. I got good stats on this guy. Not too fond of some of the lower ones, but hey.
Who was it who stocked up on the extra winter clothes? Or did we just not hand them out yet to the party?
Oh, nobody stocked up. Everybody said that they were going to buy their own.
Will,
okay.
If nobody else claims a set of them, I will take them and put them in my backpack for the moment and use them when I'm not in my flaming form. Or just keep them on, and because it doesn't really matter what I wear, the transformation completely changes into that no matter what. So it's like Ghost Rider, you never.
Yeah.
He always just shifts into the.
So who is the quartermaster at the moment? Just Null?
It's Null until 3:00 when it'll be Strand.
Okay. Are there any foods or concoctions that would keep the body warm for long periods of time that we could that you have in stock?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as far as what we could stock up on, it would seem like, we have 4 days worth of travel, so 8 days total worth of travel if we're going all the way there and all the way back. So, I mean, seems like it's an important task regardless.
Unless we're hunting on the way, the travel rations aren't really suited to keep the body warm.
No. Well, I mean, I have my bedroll and some furs, but that's about it. My father decided to make sure that I came with as few nice things as possible. Some nice things, but not a lot. I don't know why he decided to be that way, but whatever. He got to take a fancy spear into battle in his first time. Ass. But hey.
No, I'm not seeing anything that he has. I'm checking the other one to see if they have anything specifically about staying warm.
So are we tracking spell components?
Yes. At least for anything that costs more than a gold piece. Oh. Okay. Vincent, you just went shopping, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second here.
I was trying to figure out how to move the items, but
All right, so if we take 2, leave 10, down to 8, leave 5. Okay. Yeah, it's the only thing it doesn't do is make change. So I saw your negative values for your
yeah, I
currency.
just saw that.
Let me see. Do you guys? No, I didn't give you those. Okay, 1 sec. Let me drag over something you're gonna need. It's the currency exchanger.
I would have asked Null real quick who we would have had to report to in the morning. Just so, yeah, if whenever
it's him.
I have to. Okay. Never mind. Hands. Cool.
Yeah. So you'll report to Null, and he'll advise you. It's basically just to check in and confirm you're actually there and leaving with the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will advise you where to meet up with the wagon at, which will be just outside of the building.
I would ask him what time he wants us there. Like crack of dawn, 0300,
7 or 8 a.m. No later than 10.
Okay. But I will relay that information back to the rest of everybody when I see them. Sorry. Well, sounds like we got something to do, Gargan. How fun is that? Right? You're the one with me, right, Gargan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and looking forward to it. Still howling.
I could tell. You
Question:
really
is a
gotta keep that
crossbow?
neutral.
Crossbow, are they considered basic weapons or no? Or simple
No,
weapons?
No.
I think that's a martial
Those are
weapon.
martial.
Okay. Damn it. No, I just saw a crossbow and I was like, ooh, that might be helpful, but I can't really use those.
I think it depends what type. I think hand is different than light, which is different than large.
In playing a rogue, the thing I like doing is dual hand crossbows, and whew, you multi-class that with dread range or
Actually, a simple crossbow is a light crossbow is considered simple. A heavy crossbow is considered martial.
Gloomstalker. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, you mix that with a Gloomstalker Ranger with a dual crossbow. Oh, buddy. You should be able to shoot 3 times. Once with your action, bonus action, and then your dread ambusher. And damage is usually pretty mad.
And a hand crossbow is also martial.
Yep.
I don't see any light crossbows in any of these.
They might be out then.
I do see a short bow. I want to be able to attack from range if I need to, especially.
Oh, short bow will definitely give you range.
That's what I'm thinking, is just get a short bow and some arrows.
For now, that would be probably the best way to go, just because you're not losing that much distance with a short bow.
Mhm.
It's only, so much different than a long. I mean,
Yeah.
you get
Huh.
you get maybe a few more advantages distance wise with a long bow, but that's
Do
about
I
it.
need to buy a quiver as well? Ben?
To
I would
hold
hope
your
so.
arrows, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me buy that.
I keep a crossbow bolt pouch. That's what my pouch is.
That would be a basic items, right? For a quiver? No, it's not.
I believe it's under basic. Oh, they don't have any in stock.
Oh, great. So I just bought that for no reason. There's no other way I can hold arrows, is there?
Fucking gold. Sorry.
Unless somebody has an extra quiver, but I don't think anybody does.
Well,
Or if anybody can make one. But
you know what's
Not
another
in a
viable
day.
option? What's another viable option is if while we're on the adventure and you catch we get ambushed by somebody or some form of banditry, and you kick the shit out of an archer, you can steal his quiver.
Yeah, that's true. I'll keep the bow with me in case I can use it.
I mean,
So I didn't
Use-
realize I would need a quiver. I kind of assumed that came with it since that's like my main weapon.
Oh, never assume in this game.
Well, I'm new.
well,
Okay.
yeah, no, I
Yeah, there's
thought
like
a lot
not
of
even anything in his private stash, which I would have thought there would have been something.
Well, you'll be able to purchase something once we get to Fawnguard.
Maybe, if there's something there. Yeah. Alright, I'll keep the short bow with me, and then if I can come across a bandit that we kill and he was shooting arrows at me, I might be able to steal his quiver. Who knows?
Do you have like at least a pouch? And you could just kind of like
makeshift it into
haphazardly hold your arrows in it and just kind of like
I do
tie
have
it shut.
I do have a pouch. Would I be able to do that, DM?
You wouldn't be able to fit 20 arrows in it, but you'd be able to fit 4.
Keep the rest in it is, I don't know. Need a lot of pouches.
Yeah, I would have to buy a bunch of pouches. I'll leave it for now, and if we come across something later, then I'll do it.
Fair.
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. What are you keeping your arrows in, Vincent?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like he'd be running around all the place without a quiver, kind of thing. Otherwise, he's gonna.
I think what he was getting at is does his character already have a quiver since range is kind of his thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I just dropped one on there.
Thank
But
you.
that is yet another pound, so you're getting closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna be throwing a bunch of stuff in the cart or on Sorens' back.
Oh, appreciate it. Well, it's a good thing I got a strength of 20 then.
If we had a bag of holding, just start pulling out arrows out of that.
Hey.
Oh, what the hell? Chicken? Damn it. Wrong thing.
Accio chicken butt? Yeah, wait, why am I spelling ass now? Oh, God, stop. You just can't do that with the damn thing. Don't you have a manual for this? No. No, you don't. Just find someone's dirty. Who put their dirty trousers in here? What the fuck? Seriously?
So I'm guessing a quiver can only hold 20?
Yes.
Okay.
You get no more.
I do still have my daggers I can use for long range, though.
Yeah.
Look here, Legolas.
Well, it's just, it'd be good to have a backup if I use all 3 of my daggers, then I have a bow. Especially seeing as a bow's going to have a longer reach than throwing a dagger.
I managed to acquire the shiniest of nicknames when I shot myself in the foot with a bow, so hey, be careful with that thing, man. It'll poke your eye out. God willing, you don't.
So this one. There we go.
But I like ranged. Range is fun. It's
So
most
what
of the
were
time.
Quark, what were you thinking about, like, for drinking to keep us warm? Like liquor or, I don't know, coffee, a thing?
I don't know, like, liquor, coffee.
Well, we can heat up water.
Like if we could buy like a supply of porridge to make anything.
Hell, my hands are portable cooking machines.
We could see what we can get buy from the mess hall. They're willing to sell us anything.
Have you met our lunch lady? I asked her for an extra bowl of rice, and she gave me the meanest glare. I swear to God, that woman's like the rice hoarding queen. I
Well,
think
the
it's a
mess hall
bomb
chef
shot.
is still not too pleased with me, but
Oh, see, now we have another one with bad report on the chef.
so I'm not going to be the one to go to ask.
I think I could persuade her.
If you can manage it, then I was just kind of gesture the have at it motion. Because that woman's as stubborn as a bull. And I don't even know what a bull is. Just seemed like a fitting term.
Anybody able to use cooking utensils to cook food?
Wouldn't that be in a mess kit?
Not to make a pot of porridge, we would need like a kettle or something we could hang on the fire.
1 second.
That's what I'm looking for, but I don't see
It's
anything.
just not in the shop for some reason. I
Well,
don't know why.
The
I
mess
think I
kit.
forgot. I think I forgot to drag it over.
The mess kit can be used to cook with too.
Oh yeah, I can just purchase the mess kit. Tin
I have a
box
mess kit.
contains a cup and simple cutlery.
I have a mess kit.
Well, buying one extra wouldn't hurt. I'm gonna buy the kettle in the mess
Yeah,
kit.
the mess kit is basically a collection of tools to eat with, not really to cook with.
The description
Yeah,
says that it can be used as a cooking pan, and the other
Yeah,
is a
technically.
plate or
I would imagine it's like
shellable.
backpacking equipment. Like
Right.
backpacking cooking tools.
it's like a hobo pack.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So you could theoretically boil water, but you're going to get about 3 sips worth out of it.
Out of the mess kit or out of the kettle?
Out of the pan that's in a mess kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
The
I'm
kettle,
buying the mess kit in the kettle.
yeah,
so.
the kettle can hold. I think it said there.
Oh,
Half
sorry.
a gallon. So
I was going to
Ooh.
say, yeah, it should be like a gallon or a half gallon, typically.
half gallon.
All right. Well, I mean that's a good amount. I mean, we only need so much water to, get through each night of rest with, a night. So, whatever we boil for ourselves and use outside of the kettle is already saving us plenty of resources there. And then, we have a whole extra half gallon of water at any given time, or whatever we want to put in it.
I mean, technically, water is everywhere at the moment. We would just have to
Yes.
boil it.
Mm-hmm.
God only knows what owlbear went through there last.
Which is why you would try to collect virgins now.
See, there you go. Well, anyway.
Told ya, I'm training in survival.
Yeah. No,
Do you think we need a shovel or no?
No, it's not necessary.
I just don't know how snowed in the road's going to be, or if the wagon gets stuck. But I would guess that's something that they would put on there.
I mean,
Plus, we have somebody that can walk ahead and melt it.
exactly.
That's fair.
Not fast enough, though. In order to melt snow that fast to accommodate horse and wagon travel, he would have to be a walking fireball, like literally.
You mean like me?
No,
or worse.
I mean putting out the energy of a fireball spell.
Well, I wish I learned how to do that one.
Now, if all we need to do is load you up with like the meat of an entire deer to like increase your output, then yeah, maybe we
No,
can
you just make me
come to
madder. Fire gets bigger as I get madder. So if you keep insulting me while I'm walking ahead of you, the fire, the snow will dissipate pretty quickly.
All right, good to know.
Just don't actually insult me, please. I'd rather not turn it on. I don't know exactly how far I can push myself on that boundary. I've never been tested that far before. Maybe been called an asshole once or twice, but I'm still learning these powers just as predominantly as anybody else would, who's under such a thing. I don't know. But I mean, I'll use my power to the best of my ability to get us through this. I mean, I am pretty strong, so if the wagon gets stuck, I can help move it out. Advantages of being a pot black dragon.
Under basic items, if you're looking for some stuff to bring along to help you make, there is oats and tea leaves in the basic item shop.
Okay. All right.
Basic item shop.
Well, let me see my stupid cover.
I'm jumping.
How many do I have? Okay, I can get 2 of those. Oh no, I can get 6 of these. And you said tea leaves?
Yep.
Oh, those are 2 copper. All right. I don't want to have to do the exchange. I'm trying not to do it.
You said.
Oh, if I go 10, that would be 1 silver, right?
It adds up in copper. It doesn't break it over.
Basic quartermaster basic items.
Oh yeah, but yeah, if you do 2, it would come up to 10. 10 copper.
I see what you're doing.
There we go. It's gonna buy all the tea leaves and that. Let me just get the exchange open.
Okay, 1 sec. It's not open right now. I was trying to figure out what modules were and weren't working.
Yeah, if you just switch 1 silver or Yeah, 1 silver, 2 copper will work. Or 2 silver to copper. Or 3 copper, so I can get the stuff that we need.
Okay, who is this?
Indrake, by the way.
Indrake. So I'm going to switch over. So
We just put a blanket on there.
Yeah, I'm buying one.
Oh, okay.
All right, there you go, Indrake.
Okay, thank you. I'll wait until you pay for what you need to pay for.
Finish tech, flash camera, ink kettle box, lows.
Okay, let me get. Oh,
That was but hey, what? Yeah, it disappeared. I don't know why that disappeared. Okay, where'd that go? Oh, give me that back. Okay. And how much are all the? So buying like one thing of oats, like what is that? Like a sack of it? Or
yeah, that's my question too. Like, how much oats do you get in it? Same with the tea leaves.
The tea leaves. So it's
Like enough to just brew like kettle worth, or
yeah, it'd be enough to brew a kettle's worth. So the half gallon, which would be enough for
the entire party, pretty much, to drink and warm up.
yeah, about at least 4 cups
Okay.
for one. And the oats. One sec, I have to go back up there and check how much you get. It's a 1/4 pound. So
Keeps removing stuff while I'm trying to buy stuff.
So yeah, the kettle basically holds 4 pints.
Okay, I'll buy the rest of the oats and tea leaves.
okay.
That way, it's kind of split up between everybody, and I think I'm good for what I need to buy.
In terms of meal quality, oats I believe is for every cup of oats it makes 2 to 3 cups of like oatmeal.
Yeah.
Tea leaves, where did those go? Oh, they're there. Put those in my.
twigs and
We have 1 or 2 horses.
4.
4.
We have 4 horses.
Is that including the horses that are pulling the wagon, or no?
No, there's only 1 horse pulling the wagon.
And
that is being handled by the driver.
Okay.
Pull the wagon.
The horse pulling the wagon, is it going to be equipped with winter barding?
It would, yeah, that one would have its own, make sure that the driver would be in charge of that horse. So,
like blanket at least?
Yeah, it would have some type of cover that he'd have.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to supply all that stuff for the wagon and the horses.
Yeah, and their feed.
Yeah. So it's a matter of keeping ourselves fed and keeping the wagon protected.
And keeping the horses alive.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Which means fed, so I'm hoping we're bringing feed in the wagon.
Yeah, he has feed.
Okay.
The driver has feed.
Would you be able to fix the -27 SP?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Not you.
Fixed.
Thank you.
I'm just going to take a quick look through, see if anybody else landed in the negatives going to the shops.
No.
Oh, Saul, you didn't buy anything, did you?
No, but I figured that like we'd be pretty good regardless.
Okay. No, I just was.
Well, I'm willing to share what I've bought with everyone else too. So I've
Well,
got 18 rations and a lot of other things and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing with the oats and the tea. You just like have one of us carry it, and then when we're ready to eat or something, divide it out.
Okay.
Yep.
Because if the party's
if it's a half a pound of oats per bag, I mean, and we're only gonna be gone 8 days. I would imagine we're not gonna go through that much fucking oatmeal in 8 days. I mean, unless we're stopping to eat like every
Well, it
20
said
fucking minutes
they
or
said
something.
8
Well, and
day.
we're not only eating oatmeal either.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank God.
Well, they also it said that it's an 8 day travel normally. So if we run into any problems,
Yeah, 4 out, 4 back. Yeah.
yeah. So it could take even longer. That's what my thought is.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Well, minimal expectations, zero disappointment.
Yeah.
I always carry minimal expectations, zero disappointment, because if you're expecting so much, you're going to be too much disappointed. You know, if you're expecting nothing and something good happens, then you've got a bunch of room for excitement. See? I don't know. I mean, I think food and stuff wise, we're pretty chilling on as far as, I mean, at least from my inventory perspective. I mean, we got a lot of. I like how it everybody instantly went to shopping mode when we got a quest. It's funny.
Yeah. And like Zin was saying, she'd probably check at the mess hall to see if there's anything that we can buy to take with us as well, like meat or something.
I'll go with Zin if she wants to attemptively sweet talk the lunch lady.
I remember a lot. Well, it was after a festival. We were able to get a bunch of like tarts and stuff like that.
Good. Well, let's pray she's in a generous mood.
Well, if we're finished shopping and it's only 2 o'clock, I would like to burn through the rest of my in-class courses for the week before we leave.
Yeah.
Well,
If
remember,
possible.
it's only open until 6 for
Yeah,
the
I know.
skills, so.
Well, yesterday I did. Today is the 2nd. Darn it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had morning classes, afternoon. I did exercise. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna be enough.
Well, Vince, remember what your master taught you. I was there when he specifically told you this. Breathe. Follow through little steps. Little steps. And you when you did that, you always succeeded. So remember what he taught you. Use the force, man.
Well, you definitely don't need to tell me because my specialty is physical fitness.
Oh no. I'm not implying that I'm trying to tell you. I'm just, giving you the remember the wisdom of your masters type deal. I'm very, very much acknowledging of how capable you are with a lockpick. Trust me.
Okay.
Actually, I have no experience with it.
What?
I'm a monk.
One of our party members told me it was you who always. Never mind.
No, that
Someone
was
told-
one of our departed members.
Oh, so the little lying ass told me. Okay, gotcha. Ellen always told me it was you who was breaking into my room stealing my chocolates, but whatever. I don't know.
No, if I was to do that, I would kick your ass first.
It's a fair point. I have seen you fight. You
I am no rogue. I'm a monk.
Stealing stuff if you're not. Fuck out.
No,
But I'm also very adept at stealth.
that's true. Okay, I was just making sure. I sorry about that. Thanks for playing along on that. I might have confused myself with what you were. Totally sorry. Anyway, no. I think I'm pretty good on stuff. Sorry.
All right. Not road ranger.
Playing is a little hard remembering where everybody is sometimes. Apologies if I do that and get anybody's class or stats wrong. It's hard for me to remember that stuff.
All right, so after your shopping, getting through dinner, unless anybody has anything else they're doing that night before you guys go to bed, I'm going to skip ahead to the next morning.
I mean, assume for me that like if in my default time, if I'm not doing anything important, I'm reading my book. But like,
Yep,
yeah,
I've been noting that I assumed that for 3 of you.
Yeah, I would be doing the same and then probably turn in after a cup of tea or something in the mess hall. And then
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that gets us up to 6 a.m. That leaves.
Probably would have just also reiterated to the party that he said no later than 10. For being at the meeting point that we need to be.
I say we meet at 8, but still.
Oh no, a fair time for everybody would be, yeah. So
We can only travel 8 hours, and that would leave us about 2 hours before nightfall, being winter.
Yeah, nightfall
prepare
would
camp.
be about 7 o'clock.
In the winter?
Okay. Well, it's like this is
4
like
hours then.
It's not technically late fall yet. It's like still late fall. We haven't quite gotten to the peak of winter. It just this area gets cold early.
Gotcha. Okay, then 3 hours to make camp.
Well, I mean, we could still cover a great deal of distance in the time still provided for us.
Well, we can cover 8 hours of distance without incurring exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean, you go pretty far. I mean, we have 4 horses and a wagon.
Yeah, but the wagon is going to be loaded with supplies, so can't really have too many people in there.
It could be, be barged down a bunch. I don't know. I mean,
as a matter of fact, it probably should be the 2 smallest people.
Fair.
That are what?
Yeah.
In the wagon?
In the wagon, there's room for the driver, maybe one other person, and the wagon itself, with the 4 crates, is pretty much packed to capacity, with it being tied down.
That's what I figured.
But I mean, we have 4 horses, and
Yeah. 4
that would.
horses. Vincent and Quark could easily ride one together without there being an issue because they're both small-sized creatures.
That's fine.
Uh,
How big are you, Quark?
Actually, did I change size?
Slightly.
Well, I'm 6 foot at 275, so.
Yeah. 3.5 feet tall, weigh just under 50 pounds.
Oh, I'm like an inch taller than you. You know what we should do when we get to that town? And start a
No.
little wrestling match. Get people to pay to see it.
Well, if you don't mind being turned into a living pretzel.
Never mind.
Livy.
You did hear I'm the monk who specializes in physical fitness, right?
Yep. Yeah, Soren, I don't think anybody can ride with you on a horse. Between
Woohoo!
your weight and your equipment, I think nobody else. Well, maybe Vincent.
That's going to be pushing the horse's weight limit.
The horse could
So-
ride Soren.
Yeah,
How fast will we be going with the cart in winter?
Slightly slower than normal. So one sec, let me.
Well, how fast is a horse? I mean, yeah, there's definitely going to be drag on the wagon.
And you don't want to push
Yeah.
it too hard because it might break.
You guys would be traveling about. With the terrain, it'll vary depending on how much snow is actually on the road, but you'll get between 15 and 20 miles a day.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 to 20 miles a day is pretty good.
That's going to be 2 to 2.5 miles an hour.
What if we take our wagon? Do we have a cart or a wagon?
Yeah, you got a wagon.
We just don't have any horses to pull it, right?
Right.
We could take ours and have a couple of people set up on there and carry all of our like backpacks.
I mean, we are getting 4 horses along with it, so if we hitch them up to our wagon, that's twice the horsepower, more than enough probably to pull us through the snow.
And our best range fighters would be probably better equipped to sit on it. So meaning that would probably most likely be Soul and
Well, Soul's probably going to have to drive it.
oh yeah, that's true.
All right, well, I mean, if that's what we want to do.
I just remember that we have that and Soul and Vincent on it wouldn't weigh it down at all. And with our backpacks on there, it shouldn't weigh it down too much.
No.
And then one other person could ride on it. And then that would leave. Could we fit 3 or 4 people on there with just our backpacks? Without then 2 people on horses?
Can you what?
If we hooked up 2 horses to pull the wagon that we have, which I don't know if that'd be okay with the person giving the quest, so we could also just rent an extra 2 horses and pay for the feed in that to pull our wagon so that we don't have anybody trying to truck through the snow. Because I feel like there's not enough horses for everybody. I feel like somebody might be walking.
Well, we're gonna be
Sorry, you have
moving
a cart,
relatively
not a
slow.
wagon.
Yeah, we have a cart. Which only needs, what, 1 horse?
1 horse, yep.
Uh,
And
I forget what the towing capacity of it is.
just checking that now.
I thought we upgraded to a wagon.
I think you were planning to, and you just never actually got around to it.
Oh.
Because the one I see from Derek's old sheet is still the cart. I don't see a wagon,
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm missing it.
Okay, that's weird.
What?
Horse speed is slower than standard walking speed.
You can't move your standard speed the full, like, a continuous day. Like, your movement in combat is, like, heightened.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I get that. Okay.
And horses walk about as fast as a person does if they're not running.
Yeah, because you're not exactly going to be using this as, like, going at a gallop here, because you're needing to keep pace with the other wagon.
And I'm assuming the road's not paved.
No, it is a dirt road.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out if needed, if I needed to, like, if there was some sort of, like, anomaly out ahead of us, could I just, like, jump off the horse and sprint out ahead before the caravan arrives? And the answer appears to be yes.
Okay, so a cart. Let me see. Maybe you did switch to a wagon, and it got erased from the sheet when we had the party change up. Yeah, actually, I think that's right. Yeah, I think you guys did upgrade to the wagon.
Yeah, we did.
All right. For some reason it came out of the party inventory, so I'm just adding one back there.
I think it was a horse that we were still debating on getting that, and we're saving up for.
Yeah.
Which we would need to get the horse, the saddle, and the bit and brindle, correct?
Yeah, you'd need a few things, but if you're just hitching it up to your own existing wagon, they can probably just provide that, because it's just...
No, I meant like if we ever wanted to buy our own.
Yeah, you'd have to actually purchase them.
Like, I have the money. I could get us a horse. We just need to buy the feed, which is not that expensive. Like, I can get a horse and I can actually get 2 with the bit and brindle and still have a decent amount of money left over. If that's what we're thinking, that way we have our own horse and everything to pull the wagon, which would solve a lot of issues.
Well, if you have your own wagon, then the wagon can hold people.
Then we wouldn't. I would want the horses to be the outriders, right? Because we have 7 people in our party.
Yeah.
So 3 people on the wagon, and then the other 4 being like kind of outriding to be able to flank in that. That's what my thought is. Or we can just hook up 2 of the horses and just have 2 people.
Also, who's proficient with animal handling?
I don't think any of us are yet. I think
Nobody,
that's
but Saul's are pretty much
jack of all
only
trades.
option there.
Yeah. I was going to take that was going to be one of the skills I was going to go for after my skills were all done being trained up for this time. Because we're going to need that to ride the horses, aren't we?
Yep. Now, Zin actually might. I'm trying to remember. Zin, were you? I know Saul was taking proficiency with driving a wagon. You were. It was you weren't though, right?
Our daughter to bed right now.
Ah.
She slept away from.
I'm checking in. No, she was not. I would think it was Derark was the other one that was working on it.
Yeah. And nobody
Who's
took vehicle handling, did they? Or is that
just Saul?
Okay.
Just Saul, and did anybody even start animal handling? And Drakei. Oh, I think Zin is now. I think. Let me double check. Yes. So Zin has started studying animal handling, and Drakei has started studying animal handling. And Saul has started training to learn how to drive a wagon.
Soul also has the added benefit of jack of all trades to help with these checks too.
Yeah. All right.
Yay or nay
So-
taking the wagon? Like we haven't really come to a consensus yet.
Well, I think we just go to the nuts and bolts. If somebody on foot is going to slow the entire process down, we can't have somebody on foot, right? And we should at least rent enough horses to sort of get the sum that we all can move at the proper pace.
Horse
and just consider renting the horse like the cost of doing business, and it'll come out of our winnings at the end.
Well, that's if he has an extra horse available.
Right.
Well, let's see here. There is a shop for mounts. So this will tell you what's available.
And this would be just to rent it, right?
Well, it's if he has it for sale, he has it for rent.
Okay.
So he has. Where are you? What's that? He has 2 draft horses, 1 riding horse. So you're probably better off with. Probably better off with the draft horses.
And then one clarification about the proficiencies, just also because there's new players, just to clarify for these actions, and obviously would accept all house rules, but does lack of proficiency mean you physically can't even try, or you simply don't get your proficiency bonus if you have to do a check?
Yeah, that's if you're proficient, a lot of things are done without a check. For things like oh my god, what is the one Saul's working on? Land-based vehicles drive wagon. 90% of her checks are automatic. It's just for certain difficult things she would have to make the roll once she's proficient. You can make the checks for animal handling. It's just without the proficiency, some of you do not exactly have the best odds on them.
For instance, like if she was to come up to a rock in the road that she needed to swerve and avoid.
It's like Gargan.
Or that.
Right.
No, Gargan's actually isn't that bad.
Wisdom?
Yeah, because animal handling is wisdom based. Mine's a +3 as well.
Okay.
Which I think Gargan's what? +4?
No,
+1.
I'm intelligence based, but my wisdom's kind of quite average.
So,
but
like, I could probably just buy the horse and just take it with us. But renting covers the feed, doesn't it?
Renting would cover the feed. You just have to make sure that it gets back.
Okay. And how much would that cost?
You're going to need it for like 8 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 gold.
I'll just pay the 12 gold and I'll take the extra horse. I think
All right.
that'll be the problem solver right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Saul will be driving, and then who's going to be riding on the cart?
Yo.
So
I'd
you
say
and Vincent?
Vincent is.
Vincent and...
Okay, Vincent can.
We could probably
75,
add
so.
one other person on there. That's not too heavy.
Because you got 4 horses, and you've got 3 people can be on the cart then if you have 4 people individually riding horses.
Sounds like you take the person with the lowest wisdom.
Which is who?
Vincent.
Oh no, we mean beside Vincent. Would it be?
I'm only a +1.
I don't know what are you at, Soren?
Yeah. Gargan would be the next lowest.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'll be like,
in just spells alone, it'd probably be easier to cast it from the wagon than riding on the back of a horse if you needed to. You'd be able to focus easier.
It probably would fit the character.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because all your spells are pretty much concentration based if it's to detect anything, so that does sound better.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, Gargan, you said you're the one that was paying for the horse rental?
Nope, Indrakia is.
Indrakia was.
I mean, I'm happy to pay for part of it, but...
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'll split it. I'll split it with Enrique just to...
Okay, so 6 each. Or did you? I was just asking if you already deducted the gold or not.
No, I haven't deducted anything.
Okay, then I'll just take it from there. And okay, just before I did it, I just didn't want to double dip on you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, go ahead. You can take whatever.
No, we're set. Don't worry. Yeah. All right.
And then we would probably put all of our backpacks on the wagon as well, right? Or would that weigh it down?
Store. Yeah, no, you can think for the most part you can do that. It's got a decent amount of weight, and
yeah, that's why we got the wagon.
Gargan. Gargan with his equipment. Well, with his equipment and himself, he still is almost 200 pounds. Vincent, on the other hand, is
A lot less.
under 100.
Okay.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
with me.
If he brought everything that he left in his room with him,
Even the room.
well, no, he not the 3,000-pound room. The wagon
my-
would not be moving.
My weight would cancel out the weight of the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
with my backpack on, I'm just under 100 pounds. Without
Yeah.
it, I'm like half that.
But you'd be riding a horse if you're with the 4
Yeah.
that are out there. So,
Mhm.
all right. So, one sec. Let me get the party sheet up here just so I can figure out the marching order here. All right. So,
I would
Soul-
probably pull up the
Soul's
rear.
riding the wagon with Gargan and
Did you say driving or riding?
driving.
Driving, okay.
And Vincent would be in the wagon. Actually, we'll move her up there just so I can actually have room for this. Okay. So who would be bringing up the rear? Or would your wagon be bringing up the rear?
No, I would probably bring up the rear. Just
Okay.
it'd probably make more sense that a horse bring up the rear.
Okay.
That way it can
There
ride
should be-
around and alert.
Yeah, there should be a rider at the fore and a rider at the rear.
Yeah, and then maybe 2 kind of like in the middle at the sides. Kind of cover all 4. Well, it depends on how big the road is, right?
All right. So 1.
But yeah, our wagon should be the last in the train.
Yeah. All right. So
We're usually the one that gets attacked, so
okay. So who's going to be bringing up the front?
I would say either Vint or Soren or maybe Zin.
Typically, the person with the best senses.
Well, I think Zin should have like detect good and evil and stuff like that. You are more yeah, I guess Quark would probably be good.
I mean, I would have slightly above normal, just natural senses.
Yeah. None of us have survival, so or well, any of the others. I don't know if Quark does.
I've been training in survival, but I'm not quite proficient.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So which one of you is in the front? That's all I need to know.
I'll take the front.
Middle right or middle left, whichever.
And then I guess we're gonna say the 2 horse extra ones are in between the 2 wagons, or the cart and the wagon.
We have 4 riders, right?
Yeah. And Drake will be in the back.
How many wagons?
1 wagon, 1
What
cart.
was that?
How many wagons do we have?
Two wagons.
Okay, so
Look.
Yeah, it should be like me, wagon, side by side riders, wagon, and then
But just the driver of the other wagon is on it, and then Saul is on your wagon with Gargan and Vincent in the back.
We want
Okay.
2 people maybe up front?
yeah, possibly
2 up front, 2 in the back?
me with my natural senses, and then whoever has the best mystic senses.
Which would probably be Zin.
Yeah.
And then it'd be me and Soren in the back. If That way we have our 2 horses in front of the main cart that we need, or wagon that we got to protect, and then our 2 in the back.
Okay.
Say most ambushes would probably happen
All right.
generally
So
from the middle to the
Soren
back.
and Drakei in the back, and Quark and Zin up front.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
If that's
Saul.
what you think is best.
Uh-oh.
Can I get you to make a, I believe it's dexterity check for the wagon?
Okay.
Yeah.
That should be fine.
Oh yeah, you guys are just fine for now. So
You need us to make animal handling checks on the horses?
The way down. So
Or
kind of
yeah,
get an idea
I'll
what I
need
was
an
talking
animal
about.
handling check from the 4 horse riders.
okay.
Am I riding a horse?
Yeah.
so-
Soren, you're riding one.
Okay. Ooh.
And Drakei's fine.
30-20.
Quark's fine.
Wow.
Soren's fine. Zin,
Yes.
That went well.
need an animal handling check for your horse. You're all fine. Okay. Saul, I need another dex check for the wagon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Please be just as good. What the hell is that? Okay,
Oh,
that scared me
oh.
for a second. That scared me for a second.
That's called lag.
We all saw that one, and then all of a sudden it just went back.
Yeah.
Up. We're
I
like,
heard
"Ah!"
everybody's throat gasp at once. Wagon
She shook the table.
spontaneously explodes.
Oh man, all of us were like,
She shook the table.
All right.
Right.
So glad that was lag. But
"Oh, that's
So you
also,
get-
I hate that it was lag. That gave me a heart attack.
So you get through the first 8 hours travel go through fine. Are you going to try pressing it for the night?
Hells no, not in winter.
No,
No,
and
no.
not with like what half the party has night vision, and the other one doesn't.
I will instantly begin clearing snow and setting up a tent and camp.
We do
if
not
that's
want to
what we're
exhaust the horses.
Yeah.
Do we want to see if we can scavenge for anything, or just use our rations in that?
Oh yeah, we got like 3 hours of like setting up camp / scavenging for resources, etc., etc.
So I would say who Quark and Soul go scavenge, because you guys are or Quark, Soul, and Vincent are the stealthiest, so they're most likely to creep
Yeah.
up on an animal.
I mean, we're basically
Well-
going to need to during this time set up camp, feed and water the horses.
Yeah,
Um,
which if 3 you go, then we have the 4 of us that can
Yeah.
still do all that,
And the
with
driver.
and the driver. So
Soren will unload and begin setting up the tents.
What tent?
Well, don't we? Oh, we don't have tents.
No,
we don't have
okay.
a tent. No, we don't.
Or
We never
something.
thought to
Okay.
look for one.
we have a campfire, and I did look for one, and there weren't any.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, remember,
well,
supplies
some
have been
sort of-
scarce since a bunch of people got pulled out of the school.
A few people could sleep on the wagon if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Vince
Uh,
already set up his backpack or his
I was gonna
sleeping
say-
bag on the wagon.
Whoever got the blankets, you could probably like tack them to the side of the wagon, make a makeshift tent.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we could do that. And
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll probably be taking first watch anyways.
okay,
As
so that's
about
the other
as
thing I
comfortable
need
as
to know.
we can make it for ourselves. Soren would
As-
proceed to do that.
As a half elf, I only need 6 hours?
Yeah. I
So
think
I would
that's
take
what it
the-
said. One sec, I'm 90% sure. I just gotta double check.
We normally do it. Me and Gargan take first watch because he uses his owl. And then usually it's Zin and Quark, and then Soul and
Yeah.
somebody else for the morning.
I'll take a watch when somebody
Which we
wants
can
a
switch
trade-off.
that up now that we have more people in the party.
Yeah.
Just keep the
Also get
driver asleep and safe and well rested.
get a fire started and food going.
Yep.
Which
I'd probably
IRL
pull
I'm
out
not
the
sure.
kettle. I'd pull out the kettle so that we can have some tea.
Also make oats or whatever.
Well,
In the
the
meantime, for a part snack.
oats wouldn't take that long to do. I
Yeah.
would wait and see what they're able to bring back. If they're able to bring back like rabbit, deer,
Yep.
whatever.
So, who's making the actual survival checks?
But not me.
Definitely
Well,
not
I
me.
think the three that were going out were Quark, Sol, and Zin. So it's one of them.
And what are
No.
these for?
No, it was Quark, Sol, and Vincent.
Vincent. Sorry. Yeah.
Just general
Yeah.
scavenging.
Yeah.
Vincent could try.
Well, especially if you guys see a deer, you guys aren't wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
You'd be able to sneak up easier than any of us.
So yeah, it's you could try and make a perception check to see if you spot any type of wildlife around, or survival to just try and gather what materials are nearby, or nature to see if you can identify any of the plants that you recognize for something.
May I do all three?
No.
2 out of 3?
You can choose one.
Okay.
Can we each roll one?
You can each roll one, yeah, if you want.
Okay. Well,
Or or you can state that two of you are working on the same thing, and one person can roll with advantage on that one.
well
Ah,
I've got
Sorry,
I've got a -2 on survival, so I don't know if you want me to roll that one.
No, I'll be doing the survival.
I was going to say, Quark, you have nature too, don't you?
Yeah, I have wisdom-based nature.
Okay. Well, because Sol has Jack of all trades, she can do either or, I guess.
Right. But I think, yes, either Saul or me is probably the best chance at survival.
Okay.
the other one's getting eaten.
I don't think we should attempt to hunt anything first night.
Okay.
Or maybe just get berries and just have oats and that if we can.
So survival is scavenging, right?
Yeah.
Let her rip. Ooh. $12. Dang.
If I assist, that gives him an advantage, right?
Yep, but I thought one of you was assisting on the survival check for Saul.
Oh, I thought that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that was the. Okay.
Or sorry, is she doing the nature check? I can't remember.
Well, the nature would be the food check, so I think we should assist on that.
Okay, so yeah, Vincent would assist. So Saul, you can roll nature with advantage.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Ooh. Those seem like pretty high numbers.
What the D100 is
Yep.
about, but like, I don't think I can be much.
Saul returns with a whole
Worse.
apple tree.
Saul returns with a hometown buffet. What are you talking about? She returned with the whole damn restaurant and then some.
Well, it's on what you're finding in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yeah,
Or what type of foliage is surviving. Uh,
I think at best it would probably be any kind of leftover tree fruits.
yeah, pretty much.
At least serviceable enough to be eaten then and now for.
Probably got some roots.
Anything ground level would have been picked clean by the fauna.
Oh, especially before winter. Yeah.
So does she find a deer with that?
Well, it's either going to
No.
be fruits or nuts that she's coming back with.
Ew. I mean, both go good with oats and stuff, so can't get healthier than that when we're on an adventure. I would imagine.
All right. With that, you're able to gather the last 5 pears on a tree.
Nice.
That were salvageable.
Nice. Pears are awesome.
2 apples that hadn't quite completely withered yet from the cold.
Hooray.
And 2 handfuls of tree nuts that you were able to figure out were edible without having to cook them or anything.
Resembling closely to what, almonds or something? Or
more like pine nuts.
Okay.
I was going to say it's in this. In this, it would be pine nuts. Almonds would be a possibility, but the other would be chestnuts.
So yeah, you've got a couple of handfuls of pine nuts and 7 pieces of fruit. So
hey, I mean,
still likely will need to dip into a ration to make sure you've got a full enough dinner.
yeah.
Yep.
I'll pull out about 3 or 4 of those and a bag of oats, and that'll be my toss in.
Oh, so yeah, who's taking first, second, and third watch?
I'll take
First
third.
watch. I'll do first.
I'll take first too.
Okay.
Usually me and Gargan, like I said.
Yeah.
I was going to say humans take the first watch.
Half human, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take the third one.
Like anybody who's sans night vision.
So that would be Soren?
Vincent has.
No, Vincent has night vision.
Yep.
Do I?
Actually, what race
think-
are you, Vincent?
That halflings don't have dark vision.
Halfling gnome.
Oh, okay. That would explain it then.
Kind of a brother brother from another mother, because I was a goblin raised by gnomes.
So yeah, I think Soren and Gargan are the only ones that don't have dark vision.
Yep. No can see in light, so I'll take the
Okay.
I'll take the watch that involves me being able to see.
Which would probably
Soren's the living torch if he needs to be.
Yeah.
which is kind of why we split up the dark vision group. That way you have someone who
Yeah,
knows seeing.
I figure Soren is either going first or last.
I'll take whichever.
If Gargan doesn't mind going last, I can take Soren with me.
Okay.
All right. Well,
It depends. I don't know if Gargan's okay with that or yet not.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I just take one of the ends because I don't know. I figure for the spell creation,
Yeah.
I should get it should be continuous if possible, but that's all. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me. I'll go last.
So that leaves Vincent without a watch, and
Then, I think, hasn't said when she's doing it.
Your default one usually had Zin at the second spot.
Okay.
But that was with Derark, but
I'm fine with whatever.
okay. Vincent, are you good on second watch then?
Good to go.
All right.
And
get through all 3 watches just fine.
Nice.
So Vincent would be kind of like hiding in ambush mode during his watch.
And the time eating and prepping. Okay. Yep. So that gets us to 5 a.m. the next day, and actually, I think we're going to call it there.
Okay. Yeah.
Just so that we don't end like in the middle of a day somewhere.
Or middle of combat.
I was gonna suggest
Or, yeah.
that I'm actually getting kind of hungry for dinner.
All right.
It's about
So, yeah.
6:15 here.
So welcome aboard to our newest member, and
Yes, Vincent, very, very well played tonight.
Thank you.
Great game as always. I'm really liking this. It's interesting.
yeah. So we'll meet again in 2 weeks' time. Again, 5 p.m. Eastern start. Have a great night, everybody. I'm going to leave the server up for the next little bit, just so that anybody can make any last notes if they have them.
There's a good chance I'm going to be changing schedules by then, so I should be showing up on time.
Yeah.
Well,
I figured it was about that time.
Well, I just wanted to say, very, very good, good game so far. Happy to be playing with everybody, like this group. I do want to note that I am sorry if I talk too much. I apologize.
No worries.
I have a very racy mind, so
you'll get used to the flow as we continue.
And like I said, if I cut anybody off or anything tonight, I apologize. Just
no, not at all.
Okay.
But it's a little hard to find out who's going to be talking next without the person right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, you're just getting used to the settings, so
yeah,
being a little chatty is fine.
I think I cut Gargan off like 3 times tonight by accident.
Yeah,
well,
I think I might have done
trying
that
to get used to understanding whose voices is whose now, because we got a few new people.
You still get me and Gargan confused, so it's
I can
all right.
I can try and make it a little.
Sorry about
more,
that.
Gonna end it there. Bye, everybody.
All right, take care.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.